This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
On Sunday, November 3rd, 1968, the Chicago Bears faced the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field for Week 8 of the 1968 NFL season. Chicago was coached by Jim Dooley in his first year as head coach. Owner and general manager George Halas had coached the Bears for most of the previous 48 seasons, dating back to the founding of the team and the NFL itself in 1920. Green Bay entered the 1968 season as back-to-back NFL champions, having won the first two Super Bowls under coach Vince Lombardi. Shortly after the victory in Super Bowl II, Lombardi resigned as head coach of the Packers and continued as general manager. He handed the head coaching position to Phil Bengtson, a longtime assistant. This audio recording features announcers Jack Brickhouse, Irv Kupcinet, and Frank Babcock.
Good afternoon, football fans. I'm Jack Brickhouse along with Irv Kupcinet and Frank Babcock saying welcome to professional football with the Chicago Bears on the WGN Chicago Bears Football Network. Today we're broadcasting direct from Lambeau Field in Green Bay where the Bears will meet the Green Bay Packers. We'll have the kickoff in just a few minutes. Herb Adderley. And that fits to Williams back there. Travis Williams as usual. Here's the kick by Birchall, and it's dropped in the end zone by Travis Williams, and he decides to down it there. So it'll be the Packers' ball. First and 10 to go on their own 20-yard line. Be ready now. Here we go. Wherever you are, don't move. Don't move away from that radio. If you're driving along, leave that radio right where it is now on WGN or whatever station you're listening to on our Chicago Bears network, and leave it there because, believe me, this could be some afternoon. All right, they have Carroll Dale split away to the left. They have Boyd Dowler split away to the right. They have a very wide deuce backfield. The Green Bay Packers, Bart Starr quarterbacking. You have Phipps and Donnie Anderson in the backfield. A handoff to Anderson, sweeps around the left side, runs around John Johnson. However, he forced him to go pretty wide and deep in order to avoid his lines, and consequently, he lost a couple of yards trying to make the turn because suddenly Lloyd Phillips of the Bears was there to down him. So the first running play by the Green Bay Packers in this ball game involves a 2-yard loss. That's going to be now second down. 12 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers, who huddle back on their 5-yard line. On the defense for the Bears, as they break the huddle, we see the up front men are Lloyd Phillips and Ed Obradovich, right and left end respectively. The interior men are John Johnson and TV. Middle linebacker, as usual, Butkus, with Purnell on the right up on the line of scrimmage, and Doug Buffon on the left also up on the line. That gives the Bears a 6-man rush. The handoff to Anderson. He tries the other side this time. He's got a little bit of a hole. He's into the secondary and down at the 28-yard line. Very good run. Made himself 10 yards on that run before Butkus and Pettibone combined to make the tackle. That run is going to make it now third down. About 2 yards to go for the first down. As the right side of the Packer offense did some very, very good blocking. Fellows like Jerry Kramer and Forrest Gregg, a couple of veterans. Kramer, an 11-year vet, and Forrest Gregg, a 12-year man. And Mark Fleming, the tight end, also managed to turn the linebacker a little bit on that one. And as a result, Don Anderson was able to cut inside the linebacker and the defensive left end and make himself 10 yards. That's going to make it third down and 2. Third down 2. Bart Starr probing, as he always does here in the first part of the ballgame. A handoff to Elijah Pitt. Same play, and this time the Bears are ready. He's upended by Benny McRae, who pink-dogged on the play, with John Johnson also helping. They lost perhaps a yard, maybe, yes, we'll give them about a 1 or maybe a 2-yard loss. Put the ball down now on the 17-yard line, and now it becomes fourth down. 3 yards to go for the first down. That means that Green Bay will probably punt the football. Dick Gordon is going to be deep, along with Gale Sayers, anticipating the punt from Donnie Anderson. Remember last year up here, Cup when this guy fooled everybody and ran about 30 yards in one on a fake punt, just like Gary Lyle did last week against the Minnesota Vikings. And that turned out to be a turning point in that game. Here's a high pass from center. Here's the boot. He gets it away. Nobody touches him. It's a good punt. And a fair catch called for by Sayers, who juggled the ball momentarily. And it is down there now, empty 23-yard line. So the Bears defense holds at first and 10 for the Chicago Bears. A 50-yard boot net from scrimmage by the Packers on that one. And so the Bears take over first and 10 on the offense. Bears in their white traveling uniforms with the orange and blue numerals, dark blue. And when they break that huddle, let's see who Virgil Carter has lined up where. Virgil Carter, the quarterback. Denny at tight left end. Put away right end is Gordon. Out here on the left is Wallace. The deuce backfielder Bullets there. A handoff to Gale. Gets a block from George. He steals a knock Jeter down. He sweeps the left side and gets across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Nitschke making the tackle.
Nitschke and Brown made the tackle.
Brown coming up from the secondary also to help out on that one. Brown is number 40 on that ball club. And so now, with second down The Chicago Bears on that particular play made themselves a few yards. However, it looked like a walk-off. The chain gang has not moved. The down indicator remains the same. And here's a walk-off against the Bears. Oh, boy. Very first play from scrimmage for the Chicago Bears. Puts the ball all the way back now on the 13-yard line. And Pat Haggerty indicates a personal foul, a clipping foul by the Chicago Bears. That is going to make it now second down.
Chicago Bears.
And 21 yards to go for a first down for the Bears. No score. We're in the first quarter here at Green Bay. Beautiful day. Just ideal. Ball weather. Mike Pyle over that ball. Virgil Carter hikes his men to the right on this one. And then Gale Sayers goes into a double slot to the right along with Cecil Turner. Long count. There's a hike towards the tackle now by Austin Denny. And the Chicago Bears Cadillo, in his anxiety on this long count, would have been an audible. Moved across the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. Consequently, here's another walk-off against the Bears. 5 yards, which puts the ball inside the 10 now, all the way back to the 7-yard line. The ball is just barely nosed across the 7-yard line. And once again, the Bears, the most penalized team in football, are penalized with clipping at offside.
Bears and full on the left side.
In the space of one play.
First and 20.
All right, out of the huddle they come now. That makes it now first and 26 yards to go for a first down. Deuce backfield, Sayers and Ronnie Bull in the deuce backfield for the Bears. Pyle steps the ball, a handoff now to Ronnie Bull, and he tries the middle. He gets himself a few yards. They're trying to get out where they can breathe. He pulls his way up to about the 11-yard line. Bottom man on the tackle, Nitschke as usual. For the Green Bay Packers, the up front men are Willie Davis, Ron Kostalik, Hank Jordan, and Lionel Aldridge, some pretty familiar up-front men. The middle linebacker is Nitschke, flanked on the right by Leroy Caffey, and on the left by Dave Robinson. And these are among the absolute best, not only in the game today, but also in their era. Adderley, Tommy Brown, Willie Wood, and Bob Jeter are the defensive backs for this ball club, and they all know what they're doing down there pretty well, too. Herb Adderley is coming now as one of the defensive backs. Once again, a Bear lineman comes across the line a little soon. This time it was Wataska. And Nitschke and George Seal get into it a little bit. A few harsh words are being exchanged. And here's another walk-off against the Bears. 5 yards this time, putting the ball back on the 6-yard line. Oh, brother. How do you explain all this?
Well, Jack, I can only explain it by saying the Bears are so eager to get out there and really hit those Green Bay Packers. As I said earlier, they're highly way up there, very emotional, very determined to make a good performance of their game here today, that they are committing these fouls which come when a team is so emotionally and so high. Here we go, Jack.
Second and 27 for the Bears. The ball is on the Bears' 6-yard line. A handoff to Sayers. Sweeps around to the right. Cadillo blocks for him. Seals blocks for him. So does Randy Jackson. He's up to the 15. He's up to the 20. He's up to the 25. He's almost spun away from the last tackler, but he was down at the 28-yard line. Willie Davis finally managed to get a hand on him and hold him just long enough for Tom Brown to come up and help make the tackle, and it's off for a minute. Gale was going to spin away from both of them. Well, that gets them out there where they can breathe now, putting the ball up on the 29-yard line. 23 yards he spent it on that one. That makes it now third down for the Bears, and just about 4 yards to go for a first down. And believe me, that was quite an important run by Mr. Gale Biz. Wouldn't it be something if they got their first down in this set of downs after all, huh? With all that maneuvering around down there. Okay, they're all lined up. It certainly could happen. Third down. Let's see if Carter comes up with a pass or whether he continues to run the ball. Slow count. Here's the snap. Here's a hand off to Sayers, and he tries the middle. No good. Not a yard. Down at the 30-yard line. Kostalik charged in there. Hit it down for his hand and missed, but Lionel Aldridge picked up the would-be blockers and broke up the play. So now with fourth down, it's going to be fourth down. 3 yards to go for the first down for the Bears. The ball squarely on the 30-yard line. That means now that we get a look at our new punter, Mr. John Kilgore, who has replaced Bobby Joe Green, bless him, who is apparently out for the season. So John Kilgore, wearing number 80, keep that in mind. Next week at Wrigley Field, you watch the Bears against San Francisco. Good kick from just about the 19-yard line. Twin safety at the 30 for Green Bay. The wind not too much of a factor at this moment. Here's the booth by Kilgore. It's a good one. A high, fairly deep punt going down to the 26-yard line, and giving ground on this one now is Willie Wood. And as he starts to circle, he gets across the 25 and as far as the 27 before being knocked down by Rudy Kuchenberg. And that takes care of that. Willie Wood returning at just about 2 yards net, a 44-yard boot, 2-yard return. 44 yards from the line of scrimmage. Green Bay's ball. So Green Bay and the Chicago Bears were just about even in the exchange of punts because the ball is placed down now at the 28-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Bart Starr, the quarterback, clever, sharp, smart, experienced, crafty, cool. And here's the first pass of the ball game, and he hits it down from behind by Richie Pettibone at the Bear 44-yard line. For the first time, one ball club owns the ball in the other ball club territory now. Packers ball, first and 10 to go. A gain on that play, that passing play from the 27-yard line to the 46-yard line of the Bears. 27 yards altogether. First and 10 now for Green Bay. Split away to the left, Carroll Dale. Out here to the right is Boyd Dowdle. The deuce backfield for the Packers now involved. Anderson and Elijah Pitts, who seems to have their job won. Grabowski's ailing a little bit. Here's a handoff to Elijah. Sweeps off the right side, and as he starts to cut in, he just does get across the 45-yard line to the 44. Rosie Taylor coming up to the secondary, and Lloyd Phillips moving out to get a pursuit angle tackle on him. Putting the ball at the 44-yard line, which now means it is going to be with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. Green Bay's ball, second down, 8 yards to go for a first down. In the second period, the St. Louis Cardinals 14, the Philadelphia Eagles 7. In the first period, Pittsburgh 14, the Atlanta Falcons nothing. Of course, we'll wrap up all the scores. Ball on the 44-yard line. Way out there to the left is Carroll Dale. The center for this ball club is Kenny Bowman, a real vet. Here's the snap, a handoff now to Anderson. Over left guard he goes, and there's a flag down on this play, and it looks like the penalty might be against the Bears offside. Head linesman coming from over in the far side, Gary Berkman indicating, as I thought, that the penalty was on the Bears, and here's the walk-off against them. Putting the ball now on the Bears 39-yard line. Offside against the Chicago Bears, and the Packers, of course, only too happy to accept that penalty. That makes it now second down, 4 yards to go for the first down for Green Bay. No score in this first quarter, but believe me, the Packers, anytime they get inside your 40-yard line, are now what might be termed scoring position. And today's professional football, that can be true of most any ball club, the way they can kick those field goals. Out of the huddle come the Packers again. Dale goes way out there to the left, and he's picked up by Joe Taylor. On this side, Boyd Dowdle, one of the great pass catchers in the clutch, is picked up by Benny McCrae. The deuce backfield involves Pitts now. Donnie Anderson. Fairly long count, could be an audible. Here's the handoff now, and it goes to the running halfback on the right side, Don Anderson, who tried the middle of the line, and the Bears were pretty ready for him on that play. John Johnson pinching it over. Also Butkus line backing it. Obradovich, they all got involved in that. When the ball was moved to the 40-yard line, making it now third down, and still 4 yards to go for a first down. 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter at Green Bay. No score in this football game. It's a real head bumper, and so far the defense has taken over. The most impressive yardage has been by penalty, except for the one pass, the 27-yard pass by Bart Starr to Don Anderson. Donnie Anderson, of course, a good running back, ran up the middle on this one. Third down. And here's the trap play, the halfback, Elijah Pitts, moving the ball almost to first down yardage. It's going to be close, but I don't think he made it. A trap play, a good fake.
On the draw.
The old draw.
Made the stop.
And now they're going to have to measure at just about the Chicago Bears 37-yard line. It's going to be fourth down, a little over a yard to go for a first down. Coming in now are Mike Riley and Major Hazelton, replacing Dick Butkus, who we hope is at full strength again today. Certainly he's well enough to play. And Joe Taylor going out. Now with fourth down, the ball fairly well into Bear territory. The ball at the Bear 37-yard line. Coming in is Errol Mann from the University of North Dakota, 27-year-old 200-pounder who's going to attempt a field goal from the 44-yard line. There's the boot. It is no good. Never had a chance into the end zone. And so the Bears take over. First and 10. Chicago Bears now have themselves another opportunity to get a march underway.
Bears take possession of the football.
Timeout on the field. We'll return with more action in just 1 minute.
Bears ball, first and 10 on their own 20.
Bears ball, first and 10 now, their own 20-yard line. No score in this football game. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Virgil Carter, the quarterback, barks it out. Here's the snap. The handoff to Sayers. Over the middle he goes. Got a pretty good hole there. He had to slow up a little bit for Wataska to keep from hitting him. And he darted to his right and still moved for more important yardage forward across the 30-yard line. He's going to be down at the 31. That's the first down for the Bears. Willie Davis made the tackle on him, and Wataska, of course, after making his initial thrust, had to straighten up a little bit. He was looking for somebody else to try to block. In the meantime, Sayers had to kind of run around him. Bob was also involved, however, I might point out, in making the initial hole to be able to make his yardage anyway. So it's first and 10 now for the Bears. The ball is on the 31-yard line. Bears 31-yard line. Here's the handoff to Ronnie Bull, head down, and man, he really plows in there hard. He pulls his way across that 35 to the 36 or 7. Randy Jackson helping with the blocking that time. Randy Jackson and George Fields, the bottom man on the tackle. Number 74. Boy, a lot of people have seen that number for the years. Mr. Henry Jordan up here. He's been around a little while. This is his 12th year in this league. 6'3", 250-pounder. Saw Hog Hanner on the plane last night. He's been scouting for somebody. And, of course, he's on the coaching staff here. And old Dave was another one of those. Along with George, you think of him and Willie Davis all in the same breath at this ball club up here. 4:57 to go in the first quarter. Ball at the 36-yard line. Second down, 5 for the Bears. Here's the snap. Carter handing off to Sayers. And he cuts inside Cadillo, who fakes the block. And Gale, on a real fancy cutback, moves the ball almost to first down, just about to the 40-yard line, maybe the 41. That was a pretty cute cutback, Cup.
That was a devised play by Gale on the field. Improvised, we should say, because he thought he saw a bigger opening than the one the Bears are supposed to make for him off tackle. Incidentally, Jack, the Bears' strategy game plan is pretty well established right now. They're going to sock it to him on the ground. They're going to run as much as possible and throw as little as possible. And when necessary, of course, they will go to the air. But basically, the game plan is to move that ball against the Packers on the ground, and they feel they can do it. And today they have been moving the ball very well. Gale Sayers is on the verge of starting out for one of his better days with about 50 yards already in the first quarter of this ball game. So, Jack, this is going to be an interesting development. If the Bears can keep going on the ground, this is their game plan. This could lead to a good deal of success.
Gale has averaged slightly over 6 yards per carry again this year. Right now, if they can get about 2.5 inches, they've got a fresh set of downs. It's third down, a couple 3 inches to go for a first down, looks like. The ball at the 41-yard line, no score, 4:19 to go in the first quarter. And here's a quarterback sneak by Carter as expected. And he's got his first down easily. There was a flag down on the play. Let's see what this one's all about. The ball has been advanced to the 43-yard line, but wipe it out. It's a walk-off against the Bears. Ooh, brother. Putting the ball back now just across the 35. We'll call it the 36-yard line. Mike Hall trotting out. Dick Gordon coming in from the sideline for the Bears. Cecil Turner is in there now for the Chicago Bears. Carter still quarterbacking the ball club. Austin Denny out, and Bob Wallace comes in. Jim, 6'3", 211-pounder from Texas at El Paso, a fellow who has got the makings of one of the better pass catchers in this league. Caught a real hot touchdown pass last week when they needed it the most. So now Wallace is actually lining up a couple of steps away from the right tackle. Split away to the left is Cecil Turner. It's third down, 6 yards to go. Here's a pass now by Carter. He has the ball batted down by Herb Adderley, who jumped right over Wallace's shoulder to stick a hand in front of his chest and deflect the ball towards the ground at the 45-yard line. And there was a big roar from the crowd because there was a that was a close call because that could have been interference.
Yes. If anything, Carter held the ball just a little bit too long, Jack, and gave the defense a chance to get a hand on it. If he felt getting rid of the ball about a split second sooner, I think it would have been a completion on the first down.
A little bit unusual, too, because one of his talents is the fact that he releases quickly. And this, of course, is the mark of a good quarterback. Fourth down, the Bears are going to have to punt. Kill going back. He'll kick from about the 24. Gets it away. Ooh, it's a wobbly boot. No bargain at all. Comes down in Packer land at the 30. Bounces forward. Takes a Bear bounce inside the 20. They caught a break on this one. The ball is going to be down at the 17-yard line. Big break for the Bears on that one. That one was no bargain. 48 yards net, however, from scrimmage. And so Green Bay has been pushed back into their own country. And looks like we're going to wind up with some real head pumping in the line. 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Timeout. Play is about to resume. Packers ball. First and 10 to go. Back in their own 17-yard line. Bart Starr hands off to Elijah Pitts. He tries right guard. He is tripped up, knocked off balance by Ed Obradovich, and forced to the ground by Dick Butkus before the play is over. Made it a couple of 3 yards. Put the ball down now just about the 20-yard line, making it second down. 7 yards to go for the first down for the Green Bay Packers. The clock ticking away with these running plays. 3:33 to go in the first quarter. We've only had a couple of passes in this football game. Bart Starr completed 1 for 27 to Anderson, and the Chicago Bears attempt was deflected as an incomplete pass by Herb Adderley. It's going to be second down now, 3:25 to go in the first quarter. No score here at Green Bay. Buffon and Purnell both up on the line, the linebackers, as the running play unfolds, and it is a slant play to the left by Elijah Bibb, taking the handoff as usual from Bart Starr, and it was Dick Evey who broke up the play. Let's take 5 seconds for a station break. This is the WGN Chicago Bears Football Network. This is WGN Radio Chicago. Illinois at Michigan on WGN next Saturday at 12:10. Third down now, 3 yards to go for the first down for the Pack. They're on the 24-yard line up, Green Bay. Bowman over that ball, Bart Starr under him. Again, the 6-man rush for the Bears, almost 7. Butkus wants to go right up on that line. Here's the handoff on the delay to Donnie Anderson. No gain to amount to anything on this one. He got to the line, and again it was Butkus diagnosing the play along with Evey, who broke up the would-be blocking. A good blocking attempt by Gil Gillingham was really sent awry on that play by Evey. Consequently, he is shy of first down yardage, it looks like. He fell across the line of scrimmage when he was hit. Possibly his momentum as he stretched for the ball might have carried him to the first down. It's got to be very, very close. And he misses it by about 1.5 feet. That makes it now fourth down, a little less than a yard to go, about half a yard to go for first down for the Green Bay Packers. And if you were the Pack, what would you do in this particular spot? No score. 2:27 to go. And of course, the ball is fairly deep in Packer territory, so that means now they're going to punt. Donnie Anderson, a left-footed booter, is going to kick. He'll get the kick away from about the 17-yard line. Perfect pass from center. There's the kick. High, carries well. Fair catch indicated by Dick Gordon. However, the ball started to wobble a little, and so Dick decided to just move away and let her hit the ground and do what she wants to do. It was too risky to try to catch this ball. The ball is on the 31-yard line, 41 yards net on that boot. So the Bears gained a little in the exchange of punts here in Green Bay in the first quarter, and just about 2:04 to go in the first quarter at Green Bay. Bears ball. One of the advantages of Mr. Anderson is that his punts carry so high. They carry about as high as any punter in the league. Consequently, those linemen have time to get down under that punt. They have plenty of time to get down there under those boots. All right, Bears ball. First and 10 to go on their own 31-yard line. No score in this first quarter, and here's Gale Sayers on the handoff. Over the middle he goes. He's one of the better inside as well as outside runners because he has power in those legs. He advances the ball to the 34-yard line. Bottom man on the tackle, Ray Nitschke, one of the toughest of the tough. Give them 3, make it second down 7. Bears ball. Second period, Pittsburgh 21, Atlanta nothing. The Steelers coming to life. Second period, St. Louis 14, the Philadelphia Eagles 10. In the first period, Baltimore 3, the New York Giants nothing. As Baltimore returns to play the Giants up there at New York, after that championship game of several years ago indicated by many as one of the greatest football games ever played. Here's a handoff to Sayers again, and Carter really avoids Gale Sayers as Gale now advances the ball up to the 39-yard line. Now, you know, he's giving Sayers quite a workout here, Cup, on these running plays. And I remember Carter being quoted last week as saying possibly one of his mistakes last week was employing Gale too much after a real long run. He then came back with him and ran him on the next play, and he kind of wished he hadn't done that.
Yes.
Here's another walk-off. Well, here we go again. A walk-off against the Bears. With about a minute to go in the first quarter. Let's see what it is this time. It's illegal procedure. Somebody on the Chicago Bear line might have moved a little bit too soon. Possibly somebody in the backfield. Probably somebody in the backfield. We did not see the infraction. It is going to be second down. 12 yards to go for the first down. Second down, 12. Turner is in a slot to the right. Dick Gordon split away to the right, so the Bears are flooding the right zone this time. If there's going to be a pass, it probably will be down to the right side. Here's the snap, here's the Carter, and here's a handoff to Sayers, and Gale comes to a standing stop down at the 33-yard line, and George Steele came in there high with arm flying, and Ray Nitschke has just moved into him again once more, and I believe he has warned him. Georgie, don't do that anymore. That's enough of that. Anyway, the play holds up. And with just seconds to go in the very, very first quarter, no score. The ball is now on the 33-yard line where it becomes the Bears ball, 3rd and 8. So they got back to penalty yardage and a couple to go. And this first quarter's moved along pretty well because, of course, you have running plays. They eat up the clock a lot more than passing plays. And now here's Turner, started off to the right, suddenly realizes he's gotten it wrong and goes to the slot to the left. Carter waits for him, then gets set. Here's Carter rolling around to the right. He may keep it. He gets a block from Field and Cadile, and he trips, trying to cut away from Willie Davis. It looked like he slipped and lost his balance and was down then at the 37-yard line. Shy of first down yardage by 2 or 3 yards, and there's the quarter. The first quarter is over, and there's no score. The gun ending the first quarter, the Bears nothing, and the Green Bay Packers nothing.
We're back on the air here. The score in the East is Baltimore 10, New York nothing in the second period. Here at Green Bay, it's nothing. The Chicago Bears. And that's about as even a first quarter, Jack, as I guess you could find anywhere. Nobody had any advantage. Nobody could penetrate that third down for a continuing thrust. Here we go, Jack.
Willie Wood and Brown to the deep end for the Packers as Kilgore gets his punt away from the Bear 28. It's a low punt, but it carries fairly well. Taken at the 20-yard line by Wood, backed up to the 17. Now he reverses and starts upfield in the semicircle. He's knocked down by Joe Taylor and finally out of bounds by Keurig. And by Eby, advancing the ball then to the 26-yard line. A 44-yard boot, 5-yard return, net 39 to the Bears from their line of scrimmage, and that puts the ball now in the Packer possession. First and 10 to go for Green Bay on their own 25-yard line. Slotted down by referee Haggerty. No score. All right. Last year up here, the Green Bay Chicago Bear game was a 13-10 final with Chandler kicking a field goal from way out there in the closing seconds of the game. Not too much unlike the one that Mac Percival came up with last week. Here's the snap, the handoff now to Anderson. He finds himself what appeared to be a hole on the slant off the right side. However, suddenly a big arm appeared and grabbed him around the waist. That arm owned by Butkus and by Lloyd Phillips. And he was slowed up, and suddenly coming up also to help out was Eby and Obradovich. And as a result, a short gain on the play when it started out looked like it hold good enough to make a good game.
27.
Put the ball then at the 27-yard line. Second down, 8 yards to go for the first down. Moving into the second quarter now. No score. Up on the forward wall for the Bears, the usual foursome of Phillips, John Johnson, Eby, Obradovich. The snap, the trap play, fullback trap, and it's giving a tip. There's a lot of daylight here. He's across the 30 and up to the 35-yard line. Joe Taylor coming up with the secondary. Burnell suddenly reversing and chasing him from behind on the angle. Managed to knock him down, but not before he got across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And the Bears defense was full a little bit on that one. 9 yards on that play, and it looked like he was going to make a good deal more than 9 before it was all over. It'll be a first down then for Green Bay. First and 10 to go on their own 36-yard line.
36.
The Bears secondary still involves Richie Pettibone, the free safety. Is Rosie Taylor. Quarterback center Joe Taylor, Benny McRae, and they're up on the line of scrimmage right now. They'll be bumping a little bit with those ends who are spread out. Here's Starr looking for a receiver, and he's down. He had to use that football. He's down for a big loss. Kyle Bradovich and Lloyd Phillips came converging from their end positions. And Bart Starr, the smart, heady quarterback that he is, rather than throw desperately to somebody who was covered, ate the ball, took the big loss, putting the ball back on the 23-yard line, and that was a good loss, too. It was a 5, 10, 12, or 13-yard loss on the play. Minus 13, that makes it now. Second down, 23 yards to go for a first down for the Green Bay Packers, huddling now between the 10 and 15-yard line in their orange-yellow type pants, same color helmet, their dark green jerseys, white numerals. Wallace James has come in for Green Bay, and it's flanked out to the right. Marv Fleming is the tight right end. He's there now, too. And here's a pass, and it's caught by Elijah Pitts, who is down and bumped out of bounds by Benny McRae from the secondary of the 27, 28-yard line. Elijah Pitts taking the pass. There was a flag down. And it looks like this one finally is going to be against Green Bay Cup because the Bears have the option, judging from the way the discussion is going. Dick Butkus talking it over with referee Haggerty. Several penalties were charged against the Bears in the first quarter. Now here in the second quarter, the first real penalty, it looks like, is against the Green Bay Packers. The Bears
May have rejected
are going to turn down a holding penalty. It would have been a 15-yard penalty, but the Bears actually caused the Packers to use up a down, and having got such a huge loss at Bart Starr's expense on the previous play, since it's now third down and 16 yards to go for a first down, they're better off to leave it that way rather than let the Packers get that down back, even though they gained 15 yards. No score. 12 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the second quarter. Out of the huddle they come. Carroll Dale flank to the right. James is way out there to the right. Picked up in a one-on-one by Major Hazelton, who's in the ball game now. Richie Pettibone keeping a real weather eye on that slot man. The snap. Back goes Starr. Looks like he wants to pass. He waits, he throws, and he hits it down the 40, and he's down at the 45-yard line. Knocked down by Dick Butkus. And again, Mr. Bart Starr threaded the needle. They got their first down. 17 yards on that play, moving the ball up to the 45-yard line. They did not get their first down. Correction, they are 4th and 1. They almost got their first down. Now with 4th down and 1. The ball at the 45-yard line of the Packers. Anderson will probably punt. No score, 11:55 to go in the first half. Kick is away at the 35. It's a beauty. Oh, man, this is really fun. That may go into the end zone. It does go into the end zone, and Gale Sayers and Gary Lyle are delighted to let it go in there. 55-yard boot, of course, reduced by 20 yards because it'll be a touchback and be brought out to the 20-yard line.
Timeout on the playing field.
11:43 to go in the first half. Timeout on the field. We'll return with more action in just 1 minute. Bears ball. 1st and 10 to go on their 20. We have a scoreless game. The battle of the defenses. Here's Carter throwing a pass. It was in and out of Cecil Turner's fingers at the 30-yard line. And the only bad thing about one of those is that, it's not caught. Well, when the ball is deflected kind of up in the air like that, and all those green jerseys are going for it, Chuck, it kind of gives you a little heart failure. It sure does. You see that ball hit the ground with fellas like Adderley and Brown and Jeter out there anyway.
And you'd expect him really to hold on to that ball. You know, that was pretty well thrown, and he had a nice open field there for a substantial gain. But he just got a finger on the thing. Not enough, really, to hold possession. Here we go, Jack.
2nd down, 10. Bears ball on their own 20-yard line. No score in the second quarter at Green Bay. 3 eligible receivers to the right. Carter sweeps around to the left there. Almost a naked reverse this time. A naked keeper, and he is hit hard. Coming up with Nitschke, who did a kind of a semicircle, almost a figure 8 before it was over, but he finally zeroed in on the ball carrier. When he finally realized that Carter was carrying the ball himself, he hit him with a jarring tackle. You can hear up here, wide in the open. Ooh, boy. Well, one thing about Mr. Carter, somebody says he can't fall his courage. This kid can take those hard bumps and still keep coming. Ball on the 25-yard line. 3rd down, 5. If he gets many more hits in the head like that, we'll make a sports announcer out of him, though. 3rd down, 5. 10:58 to go in the second quarter. Out of the huddle they go. Split away to the left is Gordon. In the spot to the left is Gale Sayers. The only man in this ace backfield then is Ronnie Bull. He is almost directly behind the quarterback. And here's the whistle. They've taken too much time. They got the play underway. 30 seconds is all they're allowed. And they are going to be the victims of a 5-yard walk-off. Putting the ball back now at the 20-yard line. That means now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. 3rd down, 10 for the Chicago Bears. They huddle back on the 10-yard line. Bob Witowska started today on the offense. Is still in there for the Bears. Ball on there to see him back in action. Mike Rabel is in the hotel out there to see the game with his beautiful wife, Kathy, from Bloomington, Indiana today. Sat around with Ed and Virginia McCaskey of the Bear family and listened to some yarns last night. It was a lot of fun. Snap. Back goes the ball. Carter looks. He waits. He throws up the middle. And he hits Wallace at the 35-yard line. He's down almost immediately. He was surrounded quickly by Adderley, by Nitschke, who was backed up, and by Willie Wood coming up from the secondary, but he still made himself a good pass, good for 15 yards, and that gives the Bears a first down. 1st and 10 for the Bears as Virgil Carter finds the range with Wallace, Bob Wallace. As Cup told you, the game plan today apparently appears to be keep that ball on the ground and little rock 'em and sock 'em. Here's the snap. Back goes Carter once more. Here's a pass up the middle, and again he hits his man. This time it's Turner who falls down making the catch, but he did make the catch at the 47-yard line. Completed pass. Two straight complete passes almost to the same spot, right up the middle, just over the line by Virgil Carter. Once to Wallace, once to Turner. Good for 12 yards that last time. That's going to make it 1st and 10, as the Bears have reeled off 2 consecutive passing first downs. The first quarter was singularly free of passing by both ball clubs, but now here in the second they've begun to try to gamble a little bit, try to find that race. 9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. No score. Here's Carter handing off to Sayers. Cadillo block. And Gale, just as he starts to cut back and turn in, trying to duck Nitsky, who had charged on the Red Dog, fell down, face down on the ground, fell right on the ball. Nothing he could do about that one, and the Bears have simply lost themselves some yardage, which is going to happen once in a while. Putting the ball back on the 46-yard line. They lost a yard, making it now 2nd down and 11. 2nd down, 11. Austin Denny is starting off the field, and Wallace has come in. Carter kneeling in the huddle, back on the 35-yard line. They break the huddle. Mike Pyle over the ball, flanked to the left by Shields, on the right by Cadillo. The right tackle, Wachowski. The left tackle is Randy Jackson, and back goes Carter once more. He looks, he throws, and he hits his man just over the line. It's Ronnie Bull at midfield, and Ronnie falls forward, milking the play for an extra yard as he hit by Herb Adderley. And they got a little yardage on that one. That's going to make it now 3rd down for the Bears. Roughly 6 yards to go. Give them a net on that one of 5 yards. They were at 11 to go. Brian Piccolo is coming in, and Gale Sayers, who had the 40 ripped off the back of his, the 4 ripped off the 40 on the back of his jersey, is going to have to change jerseys again. They spent a lot of time in this league ripping jerseys off Gale Sayers.
Into the backfield.
Sometimes you feel pretty lucky if you can get that much of him. Brian Piccolo then, in the 8th backfield, with Ronnie Bull in the slot to the left. Wallace split away. Turner and Dick Gordon here to the right, and here he is, Carter rolling around. He fakes the pass, now he waits, he reverses himself, gets away from the tackle. He's across midfield, and he is slammed hard to the ground by Robinson, moving inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And Big Dave Robinson, the huge linebacker for Green Bay, 6'3", 240, a 6-year vet, and one of the most agile of all linebackers in the league, really slammed that kid hard. He almost rolled him up and put an apple in his mouth and handed him to the Packers on the bench, because that's where the play wound up. Boy, he really hit him. Picked him up, and Carter almost disappeared when the guy wrapped his arms around him. They're going to measure to see if it's a 1st down. The ball is at the 44-yard line. Virgil Carter managed to outrun Bob Brown, the defensive end on that play, pretty well. And this is what sprang in then for the good run. About 2 feet shy, Mike Pyle indicates to the rest of the ball club. 7:42 to go in the second quarter. No score here at Green Bay. The Packers and the Bears battling away here at Green Bay. Boy, what a far cry this field is. And this stadium, from the days when the Packers used to play up here, they'd come out in a streetcar, and the people would park their cars, and the Packers' idea with no dressing room would be to huddle in the end zone with blankets around in a big circle, and the fans would come out of the stands and kibitz the strategy, and some of them even made suggestions of what plays to use in the second quarter. Second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They have the ball at the Green Bay 44-yard line. They're going to go for it. Ooh, brother, what a gamble this is. And Carter loses the football. He falls out for a loss on the play, and Green Bay takes over at the 46. There was a flag down on the play. There was a flag down. And the walk-off is against Green Bay. Oh, and the Bears going to break on that one. Woo, boy, offside against the Packers. That gives the Bears their 1st down. The ball on the 39-yard line, then off Green Bay. How about that, Mr. Gutson? When you do get a penalty, it really means something, huh?
That was really a break, because as Jack pointed out, Carter in his anxiety and eagerness to pass off the ball fumbled the take from center and barely recovered it. And then the offside penalty, of course, made it possible for the Bears to continue their drive. Here we go, Jack.
Okay, there's a big break. The ball on the 39. Bears ball on the Packer 39. No score, 1st and 10. Carter back. He has time. He has protection. He waits. He throws that ball. And it is intercepted by Brown at the 14. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, and is knocked down at the 32-yard line by Cecil Turner. Virgil Carter going for the longest pass he's thrown so far today. He was going for the bomb, as they say. And the Packers must have smelled that one coming, Herb, because there were three defenders all ready to really engulf that ball, and it was Tom Brown who did it. The Packers ball now on their own 33-yard line, first and 10. 7 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the second quarter at Green Bay. Green Bay out of the huddle. Boyd Dowler to the right. Flanked out here to the left now is Carroll Dale. Two wonderful receivers. Here's Bart Starr, makes the handoff to 15, wants to throw. He waits, he finally throws out here. In the flat is caught by Mark Fleming, the tight end. He advances across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Down by Jimmy Purnell, the linebacker on the right for the Bears. Green Bay may have themselves a first down on that play. It is a first down. Putting the ball between the 43 and 44-yard line. Give them 11 yards on that one. That makes it now first and 10 for the Bears. The Packers on their own 44. First and 10. Ball on the 24. Dowler to the right. Carroll Dale to the right. Deuce Brackfield, Donnie Anderson, and also Elijah Pitts, almost shoulder to shoulder, directly behind the quarterback, Bart Starr. Bowman over the ball. Signal being barked out. 5 men on the rush for the Bears. The handoff now to Donnie Anderson. Sweeps around the left side. Jerry Kramer blocking for him a little bit, and he advances the ball to midfield. Hit by 2 or 3 Bears. First man to make contact was Buffone, helped by Joe Taylor and also Jimmy Purnell on the play. Ball just shy of midfield. And referee Haggerty's going to spot it down now. Lloyd Phillips of the Bears is shaking his fist in that huddle, that defensive huddle, and imploring these guys, come on now, let's hold them, we can do it. This fellow's really come to life for this ball club this year. Lloyd Phillips, a high draft choice, who was out with a lot of injury problems last year, but man, this big tough guy is in there for a while now, looks like. He stands 6'3", weighs 240, this kid from Arkansas, and he's rough and tough. Second down. 4 yards to go for the first down. Green Bay's ball. The handoff to a Pitts off right guard. He goes. He's got a lot of blocking, and he's got a big hole, and he's well into Bear territory at the Bear 37-yard line. Tripped up by Pettibone, knocked off Donaldson, down by Joe Taylor. Ooh, man, just inside the Bear 18, almost the 18-yard line. First and 10 now for the Green Bay Packers, and that's about as big a hole as Mr. Pitts has had today, and he's had a couple of good ones. A 13-yard gain on that play.
Jack, incidentally, Bart Starr has thrown 4 times so far today and completed 4. He hasn't missed a pass yet so far. Although on one attempted pass, he was thrown for a 13-yard loss by Edo Bravich and the Bear defense. Here we go, Jack.
They're lined up. Here's Starr back again. He throws, and he hits his man. He hits Carroll Dale at the Bear 25. As Bart Starr tries to pick that Bear defense apart now with those pinpoint passing drives of his. That one was good for 13. Pass completion, 13 yards, 12 yards, 11 yards. These are the kinds of passes that Bart Starr is making good. And, of course, the steady march has put the Bear down inside the 25-yard line at the Bear 24. Timeout. 4:13 to go in the second quarter. No score. We'll return with more action in just a minute. They have the ball at the Bears 24-yard line. First and 10 for Green Bay. No score, but there's a big threat going now. The best the Packers have had. Here's Pitts. Starts off left tackle. There's a little hole there. He's brought, however, to a fast standing stop and finally slammed to the ground by Pettibone and by Butkus. Butkus, by the way, looks like the old Vic Butkus here so far this afternoon. He's rough and tough. The ball has been advanced to the Bears 22-yard line. Give them about 2 on that last play. Call it second down. Just a little over 8 yards to go for, or a little less than 8 yards to go for the first down. 3 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the first half here at Green Bay. The Bear defense and the Packer defense have certainly handled themselves beautifully so far this afternoon. It's been a defensive afternoon. Dowler and Dale both way to the right. Marv Fleming tight left end, very close to the left tackle on this play. Bowman snaps the ball as Bart Starr rolls out to the right. Bar now looks, throws to the left, and it is. He's bucked it away by Purnell. The target was Elijah Pitts. It's simply an incomplete pass at the 12-yard line. Incomplete. And, of course, you have to say the Packers are within field goal range now. The man who tried their previous field goal has no field goals at all this year. He does have 4 extra points. Mercine has 1, and Kramer has 4 for Green Bay, but Bengtson decided to use man to try the 1 field goal effort the Packers have made so far today. 3:26 to go in the first half at Green Bay. Again, they put Dowler and also Carroll Dale way to the right. Donnie Anderson and Elijah Pitts in the loose backfield, almost shoulder to shoulder, almost a foot to the right, however, a Star. Here's the play, up the middle he goes, and this time it's batted down as it was intended for Marv Fleming by Butkus and by Joe Taylor. The kind of a pass over the middle that has been very successful for the Packers so far today. Once they get that close to the Bear goal, was however broken up as things start to move in and pinch in a little bit. And now it looks like we're going to have another field goal effort by Errol Mann.
Incidentally, Jack, Dick Buckers played that last one perfectly, knowing just when to drop back to defend against the pass. And Dick, incidentally, is playing with a tremendous pain from bruised ribs. But he's in there playing, as Jack said, in his typical ferocious style. Here we go for the field goal.
Field goal effort from the 34. Here's the boot. Look out now. It is no good. It had the distance, but it did not have the direction. So again, the Bears are able to take over that ball after a Packer field goal attempt. First and 10 on their own 20-yard line, and the Packers red-handed for the moment. It is now Bears ball. First and 10 to go. 3:17 to go in the first half. Timeout on the field. We'll return with more action in just 1 minute. Chicago Bears, who have a chance to go in first place today, if they can beat these Green Bay Packers, have the ball on their own 20. Carter hands off to Gale Sayers, and the slant play finds Gale balling real hard across the 25 on that slant. He refused to give up. Bob Dieter finally was able to hang on to it like a bulldog, but not before Gale made himself 8 on the play, making it second down 2, putting the ball at the 28-yard line. No score. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first half here at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Dick Gordon trotting off the field. At halftime, couple wrap things up, have some outstanding guests for you. Following the game, we'll have scores from all over. Our guest is going to be Max McGee, the famous pass catcher in the first Super Bowl, which Green Bay won. Here's the snap. Carter handing off to Sayers, tries the right side. There's a little hole. He moves out here to the secondary from the 40, 45. He picks up the top step, runs for blockers. Cuts to the left. He may do it. The 35, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and down the 9-yard line. Oh, brother Gale Sayers, no flag on the play, has pulled that ball all the way down to the Green Bay 9-yard line. Willie Wood finally caught him at brother 63 yards on that one, and the Bears have first and goal to go. This is one of the few times, if not the first time, that Sayers has run to the right all day. Timeout. We'll be back with the action in just a minute. Here's the quarterback. Carter looks for a receiver, sees none, and he tries to run with the ball, and he is caught from behind by Jordan. Henry Jordan, the defensive tackle, moves in there and just got him by an ankle. That loses 2 yards, puts the ball back on the 11-yard line. The great Green Bay Packer defense now called upon to do. Quarterback Carter looks for a receiver, sees none, and he tries to run with the ball, and he is caught from behind by Jordan. Henry Jordan, the defensive tackle, moves in there and just got him by an ankle. That loses 2 yards, puts the ball back on the 11-yard line. The great Green Bay Packer defense now called upon to do something the Bears have had to do twice today, break up a Packer scoring opportunity. We have a scoreless ball game, 2 minutes to go in the first half, showing on the clock here at Lambeau Field. It's going to be second down, goal to go now for the Chicago Bears. Actually, Carter was a step away from maybe actually doing it there. Duck?
Here's some late scores here, Jack, while we're waiting for the 2-minute warning to take effect. Baltimore now increased the lead over New York to 16-0. Baltimore 16, New York nothing. And Dallas is leading New Orleans 7-0 in the second period. And Pittsburgh 28-0 over Atlanta in the third period. It's finally showing of the year, of course, by Pittsburgh, which barely won its first game of the year against Philadelphia last week. Well, Jack, this is really an exciting ball game, and Gale Sayers almost broken wide open with that 63-yard dash around right end, and he did some beautiful open field running as usual to get the ball down to the 9-yard line. Now it's up to the Bears to capitalize on that splendid effort by Gale. They're down on the 11-yard line. Carter lost 2 on the first attempt. He was looking for a receiver, found one open, and almost had a wide open opportunity to go for some distance on a run, but was chipped up at the last second. So now the Bears have a second down, 11 to go on the Green Bay 11-yard line, and we're pressing here for the first score of the day. Here we go, Jack.
Bob Wallace is put away to the right. He's in the ballgame now. Treewall has come in to replace Cadillo at one of the guard positions. Right guard. Broke out, a handoff now to Brian Piccolo. He cuts off left guard, head down with that great second effort of his. He fights his way to the 6-yard line, so he got 5. The initial contact on the tackle made by Lionel Aldridge that time. Help on the tackle, however, from Bob Brown, the defensive end from Arkansas A&M.
Piccolo out.
265 pounder, 6'7", is a new name in that lineup this year for the Green Bay Packers. It is going to be third down now. Goal to go for the Chicago Bears. The ball is on the Green Bay 6-yard line. Clock now showing 1:27 to go here in this first half. Brother, if the Bears could score here and leave the field at halftime with a lead, it could be really something. Could really touch them off. Here's the handoff. Fake now by Carter. Rolls to the right. He may run with the ball. He's inside the 5. He's at the 2-yard line, the 3-yard line. It's hard and knocked down by Willie Davis. And Carter, shaken up on that play, is a little slow getting up. Tom Brown also got involved. Dave Robinson got in there for some help on the play. But Willie Davis is the fellow who did it initially. And now, here comes Mac Percival on the field.
Davis taking it up.
Well, with 3 seconds to go, he kicked a 47-yard field goal last week. Now, with 47 seconds to go, he's coming in to kick a 3-yard field goal. Clock ticking away. Mac Percival will attempt a field goal. Ralph Keurig is coming to do a little blocking. Well, Bradovich is in to do a little blocking on this play. John Johnson remains in. Richie Pettibone will hold. Looks like Willie Holman is also in to help out on the blocking, and Wayne Moss. Mike Riley has come in, and now what? Well, the Bears may be taking a little bit of a delay here, and they may want that ball walked back 5 yards.
Too close, Jack, and they can get a better perspective and a better angle if they move the ball back 5 yards. But the Green Bay Packers refuse to give it to them. They declined it.
That's the first time you'll probably ever see, one of the rare moments you'll ever see, a 5-yard penalty decline in that spot. Okay, Percival will kick them from the 10-yard line on the angle. Here's the boot. It is up. It is good. No doubt about it. And so, with 16 seconds to go, that is the 10th straight field goal kicked by Mac Percival, and the score, the Chicago Bears 3, the Green Bay Packers nothing. Let's take 5 seconds for a station break. This is the WGN Chicago Bears Football Network. WGN Radio Chicago, Illinois at Michigan at 12:10. And don't forget 7 o'clock Tuesday night, the Bulls against the Lakers on WGN. I'm Jack Brickhouse along with Irv Customit here at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We've got about 16 seconds left for a kickoff. The clock is not official, but it's generally pretty close up here. Well, Cup, Mr. Percival didn't leave much doubt about that kick from the moment it left his toe, did he?
None whatsoever, but as long as the time element was such that it wasn't a big factor one way or the other, the Bears thought they might as well waste those 30 seconds and see if they couldn't get a better angle for the field goal to make sure. But it wasn't necessary, as Percival soon proved. Here we go, Jack, for the kickoff.
It looks like a flat-down kickoff for Percival on this one. He hasn't teed the ball up at the 40-yard line at all. It's lying... it's on that little tee, but it's, it's parallel with the ground instead of being in a position to be raised up in the air. Here's a low-line drive kickoff, and it carries down to the 11-yard line. Taken there by Travis Williams. And he's down now at the 27-yard line, returning the ball. Major Hazelton and Jimmy Purnell reaching him in a hurry. Bob Wallace coming down into that one was also involved in the tackle. Put the ball at the 28-yard line. And the Packers now have themselves with 8 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3. They're not going to get a playoff. 2 seconds, 1 second. And there's the gun. The first half is over. The first half at Green Bay. With the score. The Bears 3, the Green Bay Packers nothing. It's halftime now, and I know you've got a review for us, a few thousand words about those defenses particularly, and some outstanding guests, so we'll see in a little while. Here's our Jack.
And at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, the score is the Chicago Bears 3, Green Bay nothing, in what has been a tremendous defensive battle here in the first half. Green Bay had 2 opportunities to get on the scoreboard, but both times, their field goal kicker missed the effort. The Bears, of course, got down into scoring territory on a beautiful 63-yard run by Gale Sayers, who had a tremendous first half, we should say. He put the ball on the 9-yard line when the Bears were unable to move it much from there, and Percival got back to the 10-yard line for a field goal to make the score 3-0. Incidentally, that's the 10th straight field goal that Mac Percival has booted for the Chicago Bears. He booted 5 against Philadelphia, 4 against Minnesota last week, and 1 today to make his 10 straight. Incidentally, Bart Starr had 5 consecutive passes, 5 consecutive completions in the first half before he missed, and he ended up the first half with 5 out of 7. Well, that's the way the scoring has gone in this first half. Not much going, but certainly a lot of real thrills here as the Bears and Packers are engaged in one of their traditional Donnybrook. This is really a rough ball game, well played, bitterly fought, and a real contest in every sense of the word. Here are some scores in the third period. St. Louis is leading Philadelphia 21-17. In the first period, Minnesota is leading the Washington Redskins 3-0. In the third period, Pittsburgh is going wild down in Atlanta, 34-0, marching through Atlanta like you know who did once many years ago. In the third period, St. Louis is now leading St. Louis is now leading Philadelphia, 28-17. And Baltimore 16, New York nothing in the second period there. Well, I'll have my halftime guest, Paul Hornung, here in just a moment. Watching this huge crowd here, a capacity house of some 50,000 or so, in this beautiful new ballpark here, comparatively new. Reminds us that 49 years ago, a man named Frank Peck gave $500 to a 21-year-old football player named Earl Louis Curly Lambeau for the purchase of sweaters and stockings to outfit a football team. And the jerseys bore the legend, Indian Packing Company, which was the name of Peck's business. And they've been known as the Packers of Green Bay ever since. And it was just about the same time that a man in Decatur named A.E. Staley hired another 21 or 24-year-old athlete, George Stanley Hallis, to organize a football team for the same purpose, to promote and advertise his business. And you know what, the Staleys became the Chicago Bears. And such were the beginnings of the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears, who now are meeting for their 99th time here in Lambeau Field. And now we are proud to announce that our guest here is Paul Hornung, one of the all-time greats of Green Bay. And certainly Paul has come home here to cheer for the Green Bay Packers, the team with which he achieved so much success and fame. Paul, this has been quite a defensive battle this first half.
Yes, it has, Herb. You know, when the Bear defense is on, they're on. They're playing a real fine football game today, and the Packers are hitting. It's a real good defensive battle, and as I said last week, when you get a game like this and you have somebody like a Gale Ferris, you can break it open at any moment. I think both the teams were playing in the first quarter, just waiting to see who was going to make a mistake. And I think you're going to see Starr go to the air more in the second half. They're going to have to throw the football.
Apparently they're not going to do it on the ground, and Bart, of course, has 5 out of 7, I think, in the first half, which is not bad passing.
No, it's not.
Reminds you of you in your heyday, Paul.
Yes, I'd have had 5 for 7 anytime. But Bart, you know, is a smart enough quarterback to realize that, and I'm sure that's what they're going over right now at halftime. And
did you have any questions about Carter's calling of plays down on the field, on the goal line here when we had a first down on 9?
No, I didn't really. I think the ball players, the Bears, are rallying behind Virgil Carter. The young fella, I've been quite amazed at his poise and composure under pressure. This is the first really big football game that means so much to the Bears that he's in, and he's performing again like the Bears know he can. And you know, Herb, one other thing happens when you get a quarterback like this. The rest of the Bears, well, they give a little bit extra effort because they want him to have a good day, and they want to know that they have the confidence in him. And you're seeing the third straight week of extra effort on the part of the Bears. They want to win for Carter.
There's no question about that, Paul. The Bears really have been putting out for him. And I look for the Bears to keep that ground game going in the second half. And as you say, Green Bay will probably go to the air more in the second half.
Yes, and you know, we talked last week. There's only one way you can beat the Packers, if you beat it with control-type football. Turn in, turn out in the passing game. And you saw exactly that. Carter hit Turner a few times, and Those little Packers are using what they call a zone defense. They're covering most of the zone deep. They prevent the long bomb. And to control the football, you have to throw those short 12, 14-yard turn-ins, turn-outs, and go to your back. And, of course, with Sayers, you can just keep plugging away. Even if a play doesn't gain 1 or 2 or maybe 3 yards, sometimes during that football game, that Sayers is capable of breaking it open.
Well, Paul, we want to thank you so much for dashing over here, and you all remember Paul Horner. You can see him on Rush Street almost any night. You can hear him on Channel 2 and on CBS and DBM Radio in Chicago. Right, Paul?
That's right, Irv.
Fine. We're delighted that Paul has chosen Chicago to make his home and his profession after leaving the Green Bay Packers. Our halftime guest, Paul Horner, will be back with more halftime activity in just a moment. Our halftime show has been brought to you by Alpo 100% meat dog food. No sugar and not a speck of cereal. Here are the first half statistics. We'd like to repeat once again that the Chicago Bears are leading at the halftime 3-0 on a 10-yard field goal by Mac Percival, his 10th straight for the Chicago Bears. And the first downs, the Bears have 5 and the Packers have 5. In total yardage, the Bears have 179 yards against 111 for the Packers, giving the Bears a good edge there. The Bears had 24 offensive plays. The Packers had 22. And yet yards rushing, the Bears have 147. 52 for the Packers. That gives the Bears a considerable edge there. In passing yardage, the Bears have picked up 52, and the Packers... No, let me correct that. The Bears have picked up 32, and the Packers have 59. Carter attempted 6 passes and completed 3 and had 1 interception. Bart Starr attempted 7 passes and had 5 completions. Main ball carrying has been done, of course, by Gale Sayers. And Gale has carried the ball 10 times for 118 yards, an average of 11.8 per carry, the longest run of 63 yards. So he already has gone over the mark of a great day, 118 yards already in the first half, and with a big second half coming up. The teams are about to return to the field. We'll have the kickoff for the second half in just a moment.
Earl Mann is going to kick off. The deep men for the Bears starting this third quarter with the Bears ahead 3-0 on Mac Percival's last-minute field goal there. Find Gordon and Gale Sayers as the deep men. Here's the run-up. Here's the boot. It's a wobbly one. It bounces. Picked up by Sayers at the 10. He's at the 20, the 25, 30, 35. Running hard. Grabbed by the jersey. And finally, it's brought down by a swarm of Packers. The first man to reach him, Brett Carr, all the way up to the Green Bay Packer 45-yard line. Man, did he want to shake loose again. He ran for 63 yards. The first half has set up the only score of this football game up till now. Bears ball, first and 10 to go. Put the ball on the Packer 44-yard line. Virgil Carter, the quarterback. Out of the huddle they come. Cecil Turner is split away to the left. Dick Gordon is out here to the right. Sayers is kind of in a slot to the right. Almost winged off the right tackle, Bob Wachowska. Ronnie Bull in an ace backfield. And there's the handoff to Ronnie. Over the middle he goes. Little blast blocking as the Bears try to push this ball forward. The real bottom man on this whole setup this time is Henry Jordan, the veteran. He's been on the bottom of a lot of tackles. The ball was advanced to the Packer 41-yard line. That's going to make a second down now. Just about 7 yards to go. Give them 3 on that play. Nearly 4 yards. Third quarter just underway. Third quarter, Pittsburgh 28, the Falcons nothing. Third quarter, the Cardinals 21, Philadelphia Eagles 17. Second quarter, Baltimore 16, the Giants nothing. The Bears 3, Green Bay nothing here at Green Bay. Pile over that ball on the left, Seals on his right, Cadillo, the 2 guards, the tackle, Jackson and Wachowska. Austin Denny, the tight left end. They're shoulder to shoulder down there. Hand off to Gale Sayers, going off the left side, and he has got first down yardage, it looks like, as he moves off the left guard spot, the left side of the Bear line, doing some good blocking that time, and moving. If it's possible to do it, I suppose that kind of blocking can do it. Fellows like Henry Jordan and Lionel Aldridge, and also the right linebacker, Cappy. Did they make it? They certainly did. It's first down now for the Bears. They moved inside the 35 to the 34-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. They're huddling back on the 45. Young Virgil Carter, the quarterback. Jack Concannon, the Bear quarterback, recovering from an injury, is up on the phones with the coaches up here. At halftime, he told us he looks for Bart Starr to use more of those same passes, those hook-ins from the right and the left that they used successfully in the first half. Here's the handoff now to Ronnie Bull. And again, it is Jordan who grabs him, but Ronnie, with the momentum that he can generate with those 200 pounds of his and those powerful legs, drives hard, off left guard, advances the ball down to the Green Bay Packer 31-yard line almost, just a foot or so shy of it. That's going to make it now second down, 7. Give them 3 on the last play. Second down, 7 yards to go for a first down. The ball is almost at the 31-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Fellows like Dave Robinson and Willie Davis in a little huddle here. Off to the left of the play. Also, I see that Forrest Gregg and Bob Brown conferring. Make that Bob Brown and the defensive end Aldridge. And here is Carter rolling out to the right. He's going to carry the ball. He's at the 30, the 25, and he's down very hard. Hit by Herb Adderley, who rode him out of bounds and then landed on top of him. And Carter picked himself up right away. He's a tough kid. And it looks like another first down for the Bears. Yes, sirree. That puts the ball at the 23-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. The boys are still at it.
They're really stocking it to them as we said they have to, and they've been staying on the ground here in the first half as they move down the field very nicely. Of course, with Gale Sayers in there, the threat is always there that the Green Bay Packers have to watch for very, very carefully, and sometimes you can counter because of that threat of Gale Sayers. Here we go, Jack.
They have a slot formation right. In the slot to the right this time is Bull. The handoff to Brian Piccolo, relieving Sayers, and he runs back into Mr. Dave Robinson, who says, "Come to me, baby. I want to pick you up and just cuddle you for a minute." And then slams him to the ground. Ran right into him. And he almost fielded Piccolo like a man fielding a line drive that time. Piccolo is one of the great second effort men. Piccolo out in for one play that time. Austin Denny is also trotting out with third down. Second down now, 9 yards to go. The ball is on the Green Bay Packers, 22.5-yard line. Bears out in front, 3-0. Virgil Carter looking left and right. 4 men on the rush and 4 defensive backs now. Here's a quick opener as Ronnie Bull explodes over the middle and gets down to the 16-yard line. Tom Brown, the secondary man, making the tackle. That was a real quick opener, and actually, I kind of looked for Ronnie to go farther on that play. They were a little lucky, Green Bay, that he didn't explode almost all the way on that one, because they only had a 4-man rush going, and 4 men as defensive backs, 4 linebackers on the play, just as the play started to unfold. And he was past all 8 of those guys on a real quick opener. Third down now, 3 yards to go for a first down. The Bears have the ball at the 16 or 17-yard line, call it the 16-yard line of Green Bay. Third down. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Bull. And on the crossbuck this time, he may have made the first down. Off left guard on a nice deceptive fake handoff to Sayers. Suddenly, Bull operating from the right side, slanted off to the left and cut just inside the right tackle on the defense and did make first down for the Bears, who have now pushed again toward that Green Bay Packer goal where they have first down at the 12-yard line, almost the 11. We'll call it the 11-yard line, as a matter of fact. First and 10 for the Bears, 10:23 to go here in this third quarter. Huddling for the Bears, calling the shot. Virgil Carter, the young quarterback. Gale Sayers in an ace backfield, slotted to the left now, just between the tackle Randy Jackson and Austin Denny is Ronnie Bull. The handoff to Sayers. He cuts inside just where Bull was. He's at the 5, the 3-yard line. Knocked down, caught from behind by Dave Robinson. Also helping on that tackle, Big Bob Brown. And now it's going to be second down for the Bears. They have that ball at the 3.5-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. And the Bear offensive line is doing outstanding work at this moment in this game. 9:43 to go. We're in the third quarter in Green Bay. It is second down. About a yard to go for first down. 3.5 to go for the touchdown for the Chicago Bears. Watch this one. Big play coming up, maybe. Deuce backfield. Ronnie Bull and Sayers almost shoulder to shoulder. Less than a yard apart in the backfield. The handoff goes to Ronnie Bull. Head down. He bores in, and he's way shy of the goal line by about a yard and a half. And that's considerable distance by these terms and under these conditions, but he still managed to get some yardage on the play, possibly enough for a first down. Bob Brown, the bottom man on the tackle, and out comes the chain gang to see if it is a first down. And if it is, the Bears will have first and goal to go at the 2. It's going to be close. I don't believe he's going to make it on this one. Nope, he's about, I'd say 5 or 6 inches shy, no more.
That's all. Just short of the first down.
Third down. Well, if you were Carter, would you risk assassination here by a quarterback sneak up?
I guess that's his number one choice, I would say. Unless he wants to pull a surprise and send Gale on one of their strong off-tackle plays and go for the whole works here instead of for the first down, and he may do that. The Bears have got good running power behind Gale, good blocking for him today, and, he can go. He can pick up 3 yards.
Both tight ends, Mike Hall and Austin Denny, are in there to do some blocking. This has got to be a real powerful last blocking setup, and the handoff goes to Sayers. He dives off left guard. It's going to be very, very close. Now, they only needed about 6 inches for the first down. Gale Sayers springing forward the moment he got that ball in his midsection, just made a dive right into that mass of humanity down there. And getting up are several Packers, Jordan, Brown, Aldridge, the key men on the tackle. Help on it by Niski, who was the middle linebacker. They moved that ball. It looks like they might make that first down on that plunge. They did by the length of the football. So, first and goal to go now for the Chicago Bears. They have a first and goal to go and a 3-0 lead for the Bears. They have the ball, goes inside the 2-yard line of Green Bay. Virgil Carter. A real Cinderella story up till now. A fellow who just a short time ago was on the taxi squad. Now he's the most talked about quarterback in the football game today. Here's the snap, and it's a keeper, and he's got it easy. Standing up, Virgil Carter breaking the handoff to make that ball around the left side, and about 6 or 7 of his own men gang up on him. Mike Howe, George Steele, pounding him on the back. Steve Turner, did he look slick on that one?
That was a beautiful play called just at the right time. The psychological point was that they were watching Gale there and on a sweep to the other side. And Carter did the right thing. He faked it to Gale and kept it himself, hit it on his hip, and then sprinted around left end for the touchdown. Incidentally, Jack, the Bears marched down the field without the use of one forward pass. Here we go for the extra point.
The boot by Percival is perfect. 8:37 to go in the third quarter, and the score of this game is now the Chicago Bears 10, the Green Bay Packers nothing. And we'll be returning with the kickoff in just 1 minute. Adderley and Travis Williams are the deep man. Percival holds his hand up. And again, Cup, I noticed he's not using the tee up. The ball fell off of the tee, but, well, I guess he has decided he is going to tee it up now. The last time he kicked off, it was a flat kick off that tee. But now, Mac Percival backs up. The 2 receivers, the deep men, are inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. Here's the run-up. He puts it as high and carries very high and very well. Floats down at the 5-yard line, taken by Williams at the 10 to 15. And he's set at the 18-yard line. Hit very, very hard by Doug Buffon. Jerry Lyle also getting in on that tackle. And now the Bears in a roused ball club. You can see, as I told you before the ball game, he was in the dressing room. And this ball club is as high as a kite today. They're really roused. The Green Bay Packers are still the cool, tough champions. They're a well-organized unit. They come out of the huddle now. The ball is on the 19-yard line. Green Bay's ball, first and 10 to go. Bart Starr has the job of trying to overcome a 10-point deficit. Bears out in front 10 to nothing. Here's the snap. The fake handoff, and here is a pass out in the flat. It is caught by Elijah Fish at the 20. He's at the 25, and upended by Richie Pettibone. The crusher tackle put on him by Dick Butkus at the 27 to 28-yard line. Very close to first down yardage. Let's take 5 seconds for a station break. This is the WGN Chicago Bears Football Network. WGN Radio Chicago. Don't forget the Bulls and the Lakers on WGN Radio this week, Tuesday night at 7. Election night coverage on WGN Radio will be the most complete in all of Radioland.
Ball on the 28.
Second down. About a yard to go for first down. The handoff goes to Pitts, and Elijah goes off right guard. He's got his first down yardage. They move the ball out of the 31-yard line. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. A crowd of over 50,000, which means that again every seat is sold up here on this perfect autumn afternoon. The multicolored wardrobe, of course, that the football fandom will wear this time of the year. Clear skies, blue skies. The field just drenched in sunshine most of the afternoon here. And what a setting this is. Two great ball clubs battling it out. Here's Bart Starr. He waits. He throws up the middle. And it's way over the head at the 42-yard line of Carroldale, for whom it was intended. You can bet that the Bear pass defense is going to have its work cut out for it here in this fourth quarter coming up here in the remainder of this third quarter, because if the Bears are still ahead, it will be fairly evident that Bart Starr will go to the air more than ever in order to try to move that ball and move it in a hurry. And of course, nobody in this world can milk the clock like Starr. Nobody can spot those little bitty weaknesses, those chinks in the armor better than he can. He's one of the cleverest quarterbacks that's ever come down the pike. Boyd Dollar way to the right, Carroldale in the slot to the right, second down, 10. The ball 30, and back goes Starr once more. He backs up to his 20, throws up the middle, and here is flag down as the intended receiver Anderson was tackled out in the open while the ball was still in the air at the 44-yard line. Richie Fetterman and Butkus were both after him on that one. Butkus had backed up to anticipate the play, and I think Dick is the one who put the tackle on him. That'll be first and 10. That goes as pass interference. The linebacker, incidentally, has an interesting instinct that he has to develop as regards that kind of a play. Whether to rush or whether to back up and help out on pass defense. This is something he has to make up his mind of. For one thing, he has to watch that quarterback's eyes a lot. First and 10 then. The ball is at the 44-yard line of Green Bay. Elijah Pitts over the middle. He's got a little daylight. He advances the ball to near midfield at the 49-yard line. Tackle made again by Lloyd Phillips, who's been playing some real rough, tough, hard-nosed football for the Bears the last few weeks particularly. A little yardage on the play. Give them 6 altogether, and that makes it now second down, 4 yards to go for a first down. The Green Bay Packers have moved that ball to their own 49-yard line. Bears on the defense. Lloyd Phillips, Dick Evey, John Johnson, Ed Obradovich, Doug Buffon, and Purnell, the linebackers up on the line, giving the Bears a 6-man rush. Butkus directly over the center almost. Here's the handoff now to Anderson. He sweeps around the left side, and he is out of bounds at midfield. They have made a yard on the play. Yet we have not seen Jim Grabowski in this game. Jim has had a little bit of a injury problem. Elijah Pitts has been doing such a good job anyway that I can understand why Bengtson would want to stay with Elijah at this time.
Elijah gives them a lot more speed in the backfield, and that's what they've been looking for, apparently. And not the power that Jim Grabowski has, but the speed that Elijah Pitts has to get them in the lineup there. We see Jim down on the sidelines, though, an old Chicago favorite of ours, and he looks like he's raring to go, and he always gives a good performance.
Third down. Just about 4 yards to go for a first down. The ball squarely at midfield. Green Bay's ball. Bears ahead 10-0 in this quarter. And there is Starr dropping back. He punts, and now he throws way down here, and it's going to be a touchdown. Carroldale way in the open. Oh, boy. They made that one look real easy. Carroldale will never be more open in his life than he was on that one. That was a practice play, a practice section pass. As though nobody at all was anywhere near him. There was no defense on that play. The closest man to him was Joe Taylor, and Joe had to be a good 15 yards away from him. And so the Packers have struck through the air over 50 yards and entered the Bear defense for the first time. The Packers are going to try to keep that ball on the ground. It hasn't worked. The Bear defense has been too tough, and now the Packers have gone to the air, and Bart Starr has penetrated the Bears for the first time. And will kick. There's the boot. It's good. 5:51 to go in the third quarter to score. The Bears 10, Green Bay 7. We'll be back with the kickoff in just 1 minute.
Hook up. Jack, the touchdown pass by Starr to Dale was a complete breakdown by the Bear defense. He was out there all by himself. He couldn't conceivably be that he was supposed to be covered by anybody in that field. Here we go, Jack.
Jerry Kramer kicks off inside, carries very well. It's going into the end zone and out of the end zone, and Gale Sayers decides not to try to do anything with it. It'll be the Bears' ball, first and 10 to go on their own 20-yard line. Bears have a 10-7 lead. The margin at this point provided by the field goal in the last few seconds of the first half by Max Percival, who has now kicked 10 in a row. The record is 12 in a row. Bobby Lane, I believe, has it, and also, I'm not sure, but I think George Blanda may have kicked 12 in a row. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. For some reason, the suggested field goals are not included in the record book which the NFL provides us. Bears ball, first and 10 to go on their own 20-yard line. The other number 15, Carter, hands off to Gale Sayers, and Gale, trying to cut back as he moves out to the left, is down as he crosses the 22. There was a flag down on the play. And we'll have a walk-off against the Green Bay Packers, advancing the ball up to the Chicago Bears 34-yard line. Now he decides he does a double take and puts it at the 37-yard line. It is a personal foul, grabbing the mask penalty against one of the Packers. 15 yards on that play. The Bears have first and 10 to go on their own 37-yard line. Pile over the ball. On the left of him is George Fields. The right guard is Cadillo. They're both doing good work again today. Wayne Moss at right tackle. Randy Jackson at left tackle. Denny, the tight left head, in close. Here's the pass over the middle, and it's intended for Turner, in and out of his fingers. And Cecil was off to the races on that one. Boy, if he can hang on to that one, Willie Wood and Tom Brown and Adderley all started to try to move in on him at the same time and grab the man. Actually, the pass found its way through that maze, and there was nobody behind Cecil Turner and the Green Bay goal.
That was a beautiful pass, and brother, I know Cecil Turner wanted to catch that more than anybody in the stadium, but it hit him in the hands and bounced right out for no reason that we could see. And he feels as badly as anybody out here because that looked like it might have been a TD. Here we go, Jack.
5:40 to go in the third quarter. Second down, 10 for the Bears. Bull on the left, Gale Sayers on the right in the setup, and back goes Carter. He looks, he may run. He does run. He's at the 40. Sutter steps a moment and finally is down at the 44-yard line, met by Willie Wood and by Nitschke. That box the ball down. They're going to get to the 45-yard line almost on this one. That's going to leave him just, maybe a couple of yards shy of a first down off third down. So here's a big play for the Bears offense. If they can get a couple of yards here and get a fresh set of downs, who knows what might happen here in the remaining 5 minutes and 13 seconds of the third quarter at Green Bay. Ball on the 35-yard line, or rather the huddle on the 35-yard line, and the ball on the 45-yard line. Bears ball, first and 10. Carter looks left and right, holds his hands up for silence from the crowd, which is not maybe the best idea in the world from a Green Bay crowd. And here's Sayers. He gets a little bit of a block from Ronnie Bull, and he has got his first down yardage. Gale Sayers moving off the left on the slant play. Terry Nitschke an extra yard with him. That's first down for the Bears. Getting up a little slowly from the tackle also is Leroy Caffey, one of the outside linebackers, another veteran with the Green Bay Packers. And the champions, again, find themselves being pushed around a little bit by the Bears. Gale Sayers lost a shoe on that play, so he walked over to the sideline for another equipment repair session while Brian Piccolo comes in to relieve him. Gale standing very close to Billy Martell, the equipment man, putting his shoe back on. Sid Luckman kind of kibitzing the operation a little bit along with Ed Cody. Bears ball, first and 10 to go on their 48-yard line. Here's Carter. He looks for a receiver. He's got Turner this time. Who makes a diving effort for the ball. Incomplete. That was at the 45-yard line. And the reason the crowd is booing here, this part of the Green Bay crowd, is because they thought that Turner actually should have been credited with catching the pass because it bounced out of his hands as he hit the ground, and one of the Green Bay men fell out. That, of course, was giving Green Bay a recovered fumble. However, the pass is ruled simply an incomplete pass. With 4:04 to go in the third quarter, the Bears 10, the Packers 7.
Second and 10.
It is second down 10 now. The Chicago Bears on the football at the 49-yard line of the Bears. Bull on the left, and Brian Piccolo on the right in the deuce backfield. Slotted to the right is Turner. Here's Carter dropping back in. Back pedals. He throws a screen over the line. It's fumbled by Ronnie Bull. Had his hands on it, but just could not hang on to it. He and Nitschke both went rolling out of bounds, tumbling over to the Bear bench, where Ed Cody and Abe Gibran and Jim Dooley all had to move fast to get out of the way of some flying bodies. Now with third down and 10 yards to go for a first down, the Bears still have the ball on their own 49-yard line. Third down. Now, this is the kind of a situation in which Bart Starr excels. This is what makes him a great quarterback, the ability to get 10 yards in a spot like this on third down and long yardage. Let's see if Virgil Carter can come up with the right play. Brian Piccolo slotted out to the left. Here's Carter. He drops back again. Willie Davis has a little rush on him, and he loses the ball. There's a battle for it at the 41-yard line, and the Bears have recovered. Ooh, boy. Huge loss on the play. They almost lost the football to Green Bay. The fellow who recovered was Bob Witowska for the Bears, the tackle who had backed up to protect and do a little pass blocking for Carter. Witowska, incidentally, gave one of the great blocks on that run of Gale Sayers, that 63-yard run, which set up the field goal as it turned out in the first half. So that puts the ball way back on the 42-yard line, and John Kilgore will now punt. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter at Green Bay. Dropping back in the twin safety for the Packers are Brown and Willie Wood, standing not too far from the 20-yard line. He gets the kick away from the 31. It's a terrible boot. Right off the side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds at the Packers bench at the Packers 42-yard line. Right off the side of his foot. John Kilgore has bad luck, and that punt is a net 16 yards from scrimmage. Time out on the field, 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Score 10-7 Bears. We'll return with more action in just 1 minute.
The game continues at the beginning of side 3 to set number 2.
Packers ball, first and 10 on their own 41-yard line. Bears ahead 10-7. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Bart Starr gets the ball, moves out to his left. Cocks the arm, throws way down there. The first time he's been in, there's a flag down. The Packers were hollering their heads off. Butkus collided with Grabowski, the two Illini, giving each other a hard time, and it could be we'll have an interference ruling against the Bears. That's what it is, all right. That gives the Packers first down on the Bear 45-yard line. Jim Grabowski in for the first time this afternoon. Here's the final score. The St. Louis Cardinals 45, the Philadelphia Eagles 17. Hugh Herrick and the Eagles are now 0-8. All right, first and 10, Green Bay. Double slot left. The handoff to Grabowski. Over left side goes Jim, and he's got the daylight way down to the 30-yard line. A big hole ripped in the Bear blocking, or rather the Bear defense by the blocking, and the right side of the Bear defense just barely to the right of center as Kenny Bowman and Jerry Kramer did some fine blocking, along with Gale Gillingham on that one. Now Major Hazelton comes in, and Mike Riley is coming in. One of the Bears is a little slow getting up down there. He is sitting down at the 25-yard line. Ed Rosie, the Bear trainer, and Dr. Ted Fox come out to have a little look at him. Billy Martell, the equipment man, is also out there, and Ed Rosie's assistant. That could be Obranovich. No, it's not. Obranovich is up. There's a 7 on his uniform, so that means it's got to be Pettibone, the other with a 7 on his uniform. Obranovich 87 and Pettibone 17 in the Bear defensive setup. And it looks like Richie Pettibone was jarred on the play. The score, the Bears 10, Green Bay 7. Green Bay threatening, however, the way they're beginning to move with 2:51 to go in the third quarter.
You're right, Jack. Green Bay's got the momentum now, and it looks tough for our Chicago Bears. The Bears were stopped offensively by a very stout Green Bay defense in the last series of downs, and the incompleted passes and so forth, and the Bears forced a punt, and Kilgore got off only a 16-yard punt, which added to the Bear woes at this moment, and Green Bay had more impetus. So now they are on the march, and the Bears defense has got its work cut out for itself to cut the rally at this point. Here we go. We're back in action. It's a first down 10 on the Bears 30-yard line for the Green Bay Pack. Let's go, Jack.
All right, they're lined up. Ball on the 30, and here's Starr taking a hand off to Grabowski. Now he throws the sideline pass. Incomplete. The target was Marv Fleming, the tight left end. The Bear defensive backs here are Benny McCray, Joe Taylor, Roosevelt Taylor, and Curtis Gentry, who has replaced Richie Pettibone. It is now going to be second down 10, Green Bay's ball on the Chicago Bears 30-yard line. The clock now shows 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Bear defense certainly has its work cut out for it, as we said, closing out the first half. Look for the Bear pass defense to really have its work cut out for it here in this next several minutes. And back goes Starr once more. Here's the pass. He hits his man. He hits Dale at the 19-yard line. The slant out. Just a little bit away from a flat pass. And did he or did he not make first down yardage? He did. Made it with a couple of feet to spare. That puts the ball now first and 10, Green Bay on the Bear 19-yard line.
First and 10 on the Bear 19-yard line.
So let's see what this Bear defense can do. They have been superb for the most part today, particularly those front rush men and the linebackers. First and 10, the ball on the Bear 19-yard line. Bart Starr hands off now to Travis Williams. Sweeps around to the right, cuts inside, a block by Jerry Kramer, who managed to take the right end out. Move the ball down to the 15-yard line. Bottom man on the tackle was Ed Obradovic, along with Dick Butkus, and Kramer actually took the linebacker, Buffon, out, who would line up on the left side, so who was no longer a linebacker, but instead was the defensive left end on the play, and he's the one Jerry Kramer took out, and the ball carrier cut right inside of that. Benny McCray coming in. It is now second down. Ball from the 15-yard line. The snap, the handoff goes to Grabowski. Over the middle goes Jimmy. And even though he is upended, knocked off balance as he gets through that hole on the right side of the line, just to the right of center, he still managed to move the ball down to the 11-yard line, where it becomes third down, a yard to go for first down. Third down and 1. And the Packers, if they do not get first down on this next play, are going to have a decision to make. Should they go for the tying field goal, or should they press on to try to get the touchdown? Well, that's anticipating a little far in advance, because right now we have to concentrate on this very next play to see what happens on third down and a yard to go, a little over a yard to go for first down. The ball at the Chicago Bear 11-yard line. Watch it now. They're all lined up. Bowman snaps the ball to Starr. The handoff now on the slow count to Williams. He sweeps around the left side, and it's going to be close. I don't know whether he made first down yardage or not. I don't think he did. He's down. As he tried to turn the corner by Purnell and Dick Butkus, who threw his body through the air, that 240 pounds, real well, and broke up that play as Williams tried to turn the corner. And now, in comes Chuck Mercine, who was going to attempt a field goal. Looks like Chuck Mercine, who was certainly a real find for these fellows last year. Fellow from New Trier, from Yale. The kick will come from right about the 19-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 11.5, and there goes the gun. The third quarter is ended, so the first play of the fourth quarter, no doubt, will be a field goal effort to score. At the end of the third quarter, the Bears 10, the Green Bay Packers 7. We're just about to start the fourth quarter of what has turned into another typical Green Bay Bear football game. A lot of head bumping. You can hear the bone and muscle colliding up here in the booth where we are. The first play of this fourth quarter is going to be Chuck Mercine's field goal effort from the 19-yard line. Bart Starr will hold. Here's the kick. It is good. And so the score of the game is now the Bears 10, Green Bay 10. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a minute. But now, the kick, and the ball bounces away from Dick Gordon and is down in the end zone by Gordon, I believe. It's very, very close. Wait a minute. Safety. They have ruled the safety against the Bears. Gordon actually made contact with the ball, the official's opinion, on about the 1-foot line, slid under the end zone and down it there, and consequently, it's the impetus that provided the ball moving into the end zone was provided by the Bears. They, I believe, have ruled safety for Green Bay, which of course would give them the lead. Wait a minute, now what? Well, this being the case, of course, the Bears have to kick off from their 20-yard line and give Green Bay the ball and the 2 points. Right now, the score looks to be the Packers. Wait a minute, I guess not, Chuck.
Apparently they changed it. At first they gave the signal for a safety, and now just an ordinary touchback. The Bears have possession of the ball on the 20-yard line, and the score is still 10-10. They took away the safety, which was the original decision by the officials.
And the Packer fans are booing and booing and booing. They think it should have been a safety all the way. One official raced over there and in the gesture which indicates the safety, which he held his palms together, pointed upward, hands high above his head, and that is definitely a safety call. And it was backed up by another official who was near there, who gave the same sign. We automatically, and so did all the other people here, think that the Bears have been put at a disadvantage in the game by a safety, but instead they ruled it a touchback. Bears ball, 1st and 10, and listen to this crowd boo. All right, Bears ball, 1st and 10 of their own 20-yard line. The game is still tied at 10-10. We're in the 4th quarter. Here's a handoff to Sayers, a quick opener, and Gale loses the football. It's a battle at the 30-yard line. The Bears recover. 2 Bears making a dive for the ball as it squirts out of Gale's hands, and the fellow who fell on it was Ronnie Bull. Both he and Cecil Turner made a real fast reflex dive for the ball. Actually, the Bears gained a few yards on the fumble, putting the ball just inches away from a first down at the almost the 30-yard line. Bears ball, 1st and 10, and from here on out, you're going to separate the men from the boys in this game. 14-15 to go. Game tied 10-10. The handoff to Sayers. He's got his first down, and he hangs onto the football. He's still going. Second effort, and he moves all the way to the 42-yard line before Willie Wood managed to hang on with a real tenacious grip. And that was close because it looked like Gale had managed to bounce away from everybody, including Willie. But Willie grabbed that one leg and held on. 1st and 10 for the Bears as Sayers rips off some more yardage. Moving the ball up to the 42-yard line. Made 12 on that last play. 1st and 10 Bears. They're out there now where a couple of good games now will put them in Packer territory in an impressive manner. Here's Carter. He looks for a receiver, looks like, throws, and he hits Piccolo. Good catch by Bryant. He's across midfield at the 48-yard line, and credit Piccolo on that slant play with a very fine catch. Brian Piccolo in there relieving Gale Sayers momentarily, as he has so frequently today. 11 yards on that play. Let's pause 5 seconds for a station break. This is the WGN Chicago Bears Football Network. WGN Radio Chicago, where you can hear the Bulls and the Blackhawks and Illinois and Michigan next Saturday at 12:10. Jack Brickhauser cupping it back here now at Lambeau Stadium. Bob Wallace is in. He's way out there at the flanker end. It is 1st and 10 for the Bears. They have the ball at the 48-yard line. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Piccolo. Head down. He plows and he runs right into Willie Davis. And it's like bulldogging a steer. Willie grabs him by the helmet and down he goes. No gain to amount to anything on this play. Well, maybe we'll give him a couple of feet. He'll get as far as the forward motion carried him, which puts it at the, we'll say the 47-yard line. 2nd down and just about.
Back at middle linebacker for Green Bay.
Well, he made a couple of feet. We'll call it 2nd down. Well, make it 2nd down 10 because he didn't make that much yardage. 2nd down 10. 4th period, Baltimore 26, New York nothing. Final, Pittsburgh 41, Atlanta 21. Deuce backfield for the Bears. And here's Carter running around to the right. He's going to try to outrun everybody. He outruns Aldridge. He's at the 40 and collides with his own man on the far side of the field and is knocked down. Oh, brother. Both Virgil Carter And Bob Wallace, who had run downfield and then started back to see if he could do a little blocking, I guess, ran into his own man, Carter, and knocked almost both of them cold. There's one of the most freaky things I've ever seen in the Open Field Cup.
That certainly is hard to understand. How a man out there to block runs into his own man and knocks him down, almost knocks him out. And that is one of the... And there's a penalty out of the play on top of that. And add to the embarrassment, a penalty.
You don't suppose they're charging Wallace with unnecessary roughness against his own teammate, do you? We've had everything else happen today here.
Bears have a 15-yard penalty here, Jack, for grabbing the face mask. Now, how about the offensive team getting a penalty for grabbing a face mask? That's usually a defensive maneuver. And here the Bears are slapped with that 15-yard penalty.
Well, let's keep the rally going anyway.
15-yard penalty against the Chicago Bears. The ball is on the 43-yard line of the Bears. And right now, second down, 20 yards to go for a first down for the Bears. Second down, 20. The ball game tied 10-10. 11:49 to go here at Green Bay. We're in the fourth quarter. Here's Carter dropping back. He waits. He now moves out of the pocket. He throws, and it's incomplete. Intercepted by Jeter at the 44. He picks himself up. He moves up to the 50-yard line. He is now nearly at midfield. The ball deflected out of the hands of the intended receiver, and Bob Jeter, with a great reflex effort, managed to pick that ball up in the air about 6 inches off the ground. He fell down, scrambled to his feet. The play was still in motion. It had not been dead. Consequently, he was allowed to keep on going, and he advanced it back to the 49-yard line of Green Bay. And look out now. 11:36 to go in this football game as Bart Starr, with a ball game all tied at 10-10, sends the left side heavy with intended receivers or possible receivers, but he gives the ball to Anderson, who sweeps around the right side, loses the ball, it's grabbed in the air by Purnell. And let's see if Jimmy Purnell may be thrown out of the game. He's so angry. That's Gary Bergman, the head lineman, who rules that it's not a recovered fumble by the Bears. Now, wait a minute. The Bear offensive field has come on the field, and Bergman has been overruled. He first started to say no, although it's possible that what he might have been telling Jimmy was, you cannot advance the ball, you're out of bounds. Jimmy may have misunderstood him. But anyway, the Bears own that football. Anderson, after ripping off a pretty good gain, lost the ball. It popped up in the air, and Jimmy Purnell snatched it out of the air. His foot did go out of bounds near the Packer bench. And the Bears have the ball now. First and 10 to go on their own 42-yard line. Talk about excitement. We've got it now. We're in the last 11 minutes and 13 seconds. Here's Sayers sweeping around the left side, and he moves up to the 48-yard line. Bangs the ball angrily on the ground as he's down. Mad at himself, unhappy because he was unable to escape Leroy Caffey, who knocked him off balance and down. Dale Sayers all worked up, really charged up, as are all the rest of the Bears in this football game. Very, very unhappy with himself because he didn't go all the way on that play. Of course, he gets unhappy when he doesn't go all the way on every play. That's the kind of an intense football player he is. Second down, 4 to go, made 6 on that last one. Gary Lyle is split away to the right. He's a spread, and in the slot to the right now is Cecil Turner. And you have Sayers and Ronnie Bull in the loose backfield. Here's somebody going across the line a little early. Gale Sayers runs with the ball flag down all over the place. He sweeps out to the right. He's at the 40, the 35, weaves and bobs and gets down to the 31-yard line. No, but question is that penalty against the Bears or against the Green Bay Packers? If it's against the Packers, the Bears will probably decline. And if it's against the Bears, the Packers will accept it just about as happily as they've accepted anything in their lives. It is offside Packers. We saw the Packer offside, but you can't call that until you make sure, because it's possible that a motion by the Bear opposite that man on the line may have drawn him across, in which case the onus is on the offensive ball club. They put the lights on here now at Lambeau Field. Dale Sayers ripping off 21 yards on that play. The play stands up. The Bears have the ball. First and 10 to go on the Packer 31-yard line. 10 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this football game. She's all tied up now, 10-10. Signal called. Here is a handoff to Piccolo. Head down. Bryant drives as hard as he can ahead. Runs right over Cadillo, who tried very hard to block Brown out of the play. Managed to get Brown down on the ground, and Piccolo ran over the top of both of them, and they'll both have some cleat marks probably in their backs on this play, but they're used to that too. He got himself a couple. He advanced the ball to the 29-yard line. Up front now for the Green Bay Packers, such great names as Willie Davis, Dave Robinson, Henry Jordan, Lionel Aldridge. In the middle there is Big Bob Brown. The linebacker Nitschke. Flanked on the right this side by Leo Acappi, who's up in the line of scrimmage. Here's Carter handing off now to Piccolo, and just as Bryant took that handoff and started to reverse himself, he slipped and fell. You could just see his cleat slide in that dirt down there, loose dirt, and he is down at the 31-yard line. A loss on the play, which puts the ball back now. We're at third down and almost 11 yards to go for the first down. The ball at the 31-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. 9:24 to go in this football game. The game tied up 10-10, and this is heading for a game somewhat similar to the game we had up here last year with Green Bay and the Bears. Let's hope we don't have the same finish, because with the game tied 10-10 with seconds to go, Chandler kicked a deep field goal.
This would be like last week's game too, Jack.
At least we have a 10-10 game going into the final minutes, maybe. I don't know. We've got a lot of time left. 9 minutes to go. Here's a pass over the line caught by Cecil Turner on Brian Piccolo out there in the flat, and he advanced the ball to the 22-yard line, a little shy of first down yardage on the third down, long yardage effort. Give them 9 on the play, but they had a little over 10 to go. Now here comes Mac Percival in once more, as Mac tries to make his 11th consecutive field goal. He made one earlier today. 8:30 to go. The clock continues to move here at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm Jack Brickhouse, along with Irv Custiner and Frank Babcock. We've got ourselves a real rouser again today. The Bears and the Packers, the 99th meeting of these two ball clubs. Mac Percival will attempt to kick one now from the 29-yard line of Green Bay. Richie Pettibone, who was groggy a little while ago, is okay now. He will hold the place down. The ball is blocked. The kick is blocked. And there's a battle for the ball, and it's down by a Green Bay Packer at the 20-yard line. Calling on that ball was Bob Jeter. Bob Jeter fell on the ball, and I'm not so sure, but what he's the fellow who may have blocked it, too. And so Green Bay takes the ball, first and 10 to go now on their 20-yard line. And Mac Percival's string is broken. 8:03 to go. Timeout. We'll return with more action in just 1 minute. Game tied, 10-10. We're in the final 8 minutes of this action. Here is Bart Starr throwing a sideline pass intended for Anderson. Over his head, incomplete. He was being guarded very closely by Roosevelt Taylor. And Bart threw the ball right over his head that time. It's very possible in a spot like that Bart is liable to throw that ball over the ball intended receiver's head deliberately, too.
Yes, Jack. Litchfield did an interesting column on that, talking about passers throwing the ball deliberately out of bounds are really guilty, he says, of deliberately grounding the ball. But, of course, that's not true in most cases. Even when you throw the ball out of bounds, there is a receiver in the area, and consequently no official, when he sees a receiver in the area, is going to call deliberate grounding of the ball. Here we go, Jack.
Second down 10. Once again, Bart Starr backpedals. He looks, he waits, he may run. He's smeared. Obradovich got to him. He waited too long. As a matter of fact, he finally collided with Forrest Gregg, his own tackle, who backed up for pass protection. And then as Bart saw a big hole there, saw nobody open, so maybe he tried to make a little yardage. He kind of bumped into his own man, and that slowed him up enough so that the loss carries all the way back to the 14-yard line. It now becomes third down, and here's Bart Starr. Here's the kind of a situation that has made Bart Starr. Third down and 16 to go. Now, the Bears need to hold here, but this guy is so good at picking the right player and the right play for this particular long yardage type pass. Let's see what he comes up with now. He sends Claudie James, who just came in, way out to the left. Trotted to the left now is Dale. Here he is looking left, now right, now left, backed up to the goal line. He's almost at the end zone. He starts to run. He caught the arm. He's at the 20, the 25. He is knocked out of bounds. He is knocked out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Bears had real good pass protection going that time. And Bart Starr, who was backed up all the way where he was 1 foot in the end zone, made it almost back to first down yardage. Just going to be very, very close. And Starr, incidentally, was shaken up a little on the play, and so was one of the Bears who bumped him out of bounds.
Bart Starr, ready with the football.
Oh, boy, if he does this again. Of course, the Bears are claimed to have only had 10 men on the field in that last year, although we haven't been sure. And here's the kick. He gets it high. Fair catch called for. Hang on to it, kid, and he does. It's hung on to at the 35-yard line of the Bears by Cecil Turner. 35 yards net from scrimmage. That punt was no big bargain. And now with 7 seconds to go in this football game, the game all tied up 10-10. The Bears have the ball. First and 10 to go at their own 35-yard line. Here's the final. Baltimore 26, the New York Giants nothing. Hang on to your seat. Hang on to your hats and fasten your seatbelts, because from here on out, this one is liable to be something. 6 minutes and 55 seconds. Game tied 10-10. Here's Carter. And the handoff to Gale Sayers. Picks his way. Finds a little hole. Moves up to the 40-yard line. So number 40 carries to the 40. He's got 5, maybe 6 yards on the play. Cecil Turner in the slot to the left. You have Bull and Sayers in the loose backfield for the Bears. Carter hands off to Sayers. He sweeps out to the right side. But he can't. Wait a minute. Fumble. And it's picked up by a Packer. It's picked up by Adderley. He is caught from behind at the 16-yard line by Turner. Gale Sayers tackled as he darts out to the right side. Falls down, loses the ball. Grabbed by Herb Adderley, and the Packers have a chance to go out in front now. With that ball returned all the way to the Bear 14-yard line by Herb Adderley. Oh, brother, what a heartbreaking development for Bear fans. 5:57 to go in this game. The ball on the 14-yard line, first and 10 now for the Green Bay Packers, and this is a made-to-order situation for Bart Starr. The Bears defense has a yeoman job cut out for it now. They're all lined up, first and 10 to go. On the Bear 14, here is a handoff to Anderson. He goes out to the right side, slowed up by Joe Taylor and knocked down by Buffon, but just he got 1, maybe 2 on the play. Here's the snap. Starr handing off again to Anderson. He sweeps around the left side. He tries to turn the corner, and he's knocked down. Off balance by Joe Taylor. Moving up from the secondary. Hardly any gain on the play. Possibly a yard, possibly nothing. Let's see where they decide to spot the ball. They bring it up from the sidelines. He actually lost a little on the play. It's going to be third down now as the Bear defense continues to try to hold these Green Bay Packers. Willie Holman racing it from the sidelines. He has replaced Lloyd Phillips for the Bears. Third down for the Pack. Just about 8 yards to go for a first down. Here's the signal. The snap. The handoff to Anderson. He's going to throw a left-handed pass maybe. He may have to run with it. Here's Holman. He's got him down at the 16-yard line. Chuck Mercine is in there. He is going to attempt a field goal. The kick will come from just about the 22-yard line with 3 minutes and 43 seconds showing on the clock. Bart Starr will hold the place down. The kick is in the air. Wait a minute. No good. No good. No good. And the Bears take over on the 20-yard line. Oh, brother. Woo. Next time you come by, bring my stomach.
And here the score is 10-10. And what is changing up as another one of those cliff-hanging finishes, Jack.
Turner in the slot to the right. He spreads Gary Lyle out there as a flanker. Austin Denny is a tight left end. Here's the handoff to Sayers. He cuts inside Cadile, and he spins away from a couple of men. A fumble. Battle for the ball at the 25-yard line. The Bears recover. Game all tied, 10-10. Out of the huddle they come. Gary Lyle's way here to the left. In a slot to the left now, Cecil Turner. Austin Denny, a tight right end on this play. They've reversed from the last play. Here's a handoff to Sayers again. No hole, so he makes his own. He moves to the side, and he gets up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. He may have made it all the way for first down yardage. Third down, and, well, they're officially going to call it 1, but I tell you right now, it can't be more than 2 or 3 inches because the nose of that ball is almost at the 30-yard line, and, of course, they started out on a touchback from the 20. So let's see if Carter plunges over, trying to get 2 or 3 inches for a first down. That's what it is. Virgil Carter, head down, bores in, and it looks like he's made his first down yardage all right. Virgil Carter made himself a yard on the play, and that was a very precious yard, one of the most important single yards we'll have all afternoon, maybe. 2 minutes to go in the game. The score, the Bears 10, the Packers 10, and we'll be back with more action in just a minute. ball deep enough at least the next couple of minutes so that we can come up with another one of those Percival miracles in the final seconds. Let's see what he does. 1st and 10 for the Bears. The ball is on their own 31. Here's Virgil Carter rolling out to the right. Blocked by Cadil and Wataska. Rolls around the right side. Fights away from Robinson. He's at the 40. Spins away and gets up to the 45-yard line. Virgil Carter coming up with a very fine movement against Robinson, the linebacker, one of the surest tacklers in the game of football. Now, it is 1st and 10 for the Bears on their own 45-yard line. They line up, no huddle. Here's a pass, a sideline pass that was deflected, and unfortunately it was incomplete. Dave Robinson deflecting it. Almost intercepting, it looked like from here. Wouldn't that have been something? As the guy throws a deliberate out-of-bounds pass, trying to stop the clock. Wouldn't that have been something if that would have been intercepted? Well, as I've said, we've had everything else happen here today.
Just about, Jack.
1st and 10 for the Bears. Make that 2nd and 10 for the Bears. And here's a handoff to Sayers. Sweeps around the right side. He doesn't have much real estate, and he goes out of bounds as he's tackled at the knees by Robinson, advancing the ball to the 47, possibly the 48-yard line.
But, Gale, you know, he can walk that tightrope as well as anybody if he gets an opening.
It's hard to overemphasize the importance of this particular play. 3rd down and long yardage now. 3rd down and 8. They've got to get 8 yards here in order to keep possession of that football. Here's the snap. Carter back. And the ball is batted up in the air as he starts forward with it. It'll probably be ruled an incomplete pass, but the rush was on. He was met by Jordan, by Willie Davis, who got through there. Lionel Aldridge crashed in, and so did Brown. They all got on him. As a matter of fact, Brown obscures him from sight the way he's draped over him. And that goes then as, wait a minute, they're not ruling that an incomplete pass. They are ruling that a play. And the ball is down at the 40-yard line. And the officials are conferring, and one of the officials are you sure that's not an incomplete pass? He is not in motion, but apparently now the Bears are going to have to punt the football. With 1:10 to go, John Kilgore standing on his 25-yard line. He'll kick from about the 29. And there's the pass from center. He gets the kick away. It's end over end. It's just a fair punt, but it takes a Bear bounce. Takes the bounce on the deep man at the 15-yard line, but he hangs on to it. Willie Wood. He was hit by Major Hazelton coming down very fast, trying to deflect the ball and dislodge it from Willie Wood's grip. It's the Packers ball now with 56 seconds to go. 45 yards net from scrimmage. It was not exactly a picture-put punt, but it got the job done. So now, the Packers are the ones who are, if anything, in the driver's seat in the game. Let's see what Bart Starr does. How about a nice interception, fellas? Here's Starr throwing up the sideline. Oh, brother. Joe Taylor nearly intercepted that when he made a dive in front of Carroll Dale at the sideline. 48 seconds to go in the game. It's all tied up here now. 10-10. The Bears and the Packers. Head bumping like crazy today. Rock 'em and sock 'em. Pier 6 brawling. And believe me, we've got ourselves the kind of a contest that'll be talked about for a long time, no matter how it comes out. Number 99 in the series, that means when they get back at Wrigley Field later on, it's going to be number 100 in this great historic series, this legendary series in the annals of sport in our great country. The ball is on the 15-yard line. The Packers are 85 yards away from the Bear goal. Bob Skronsky in there at left tackle, being sized up now by John Johnson and by Phillips to want to make a good rush. And here is the rush now as Bart Starr moves back. He avoids Obradovic. He throws a wobbly pass, incomplete. The target was Elijah Pitts just over the line at the 21-yard line, one of those short yardage passes, hoping possibly that Elijah could rip off enough gain to get down there into Bear territory. And this next play is going to be intensely significant because if they don't make good yardage on this play on 3rd down and 10, the Bears can still get that football because the Packers, it would be reasonably safe to say, I think, if anything's reasonably safe to say in this game, would have to punt. And the Bears would still get their hands on the football once more. Who knows, it could be a lousy punt. We've had a couple of those today, too.
Good punt.
Here's Starr dropping back. Hang on there, boys. Don't let him complete this one. It is complete and out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Out of bounds. What? He was out of bounds when he caught the ball. Ruled out of bounds when he caught the ball. There's a break for the Bears. That puts the ball back on the 15-yard line. 38 seconds to go in this game. Now, let's don't have anything silly like roughing the kicker on this one, boys. But if you want to block it, it's all right with Cup and me. Donnie Anderson dropping back to about the goal line.
Anderson over the Wendy.
Bears in the position.
He'll kick from about the 4. And dropping back for the Chicago Bears are Sayers and Cecil Turner. All right, there's the kick. He gets it away. It comes up here, and it's caught and down at the Green Bay Packer 44-yard line. 32 seconds to go in this game. The game is tied 10-10.
Now, here's the story. The Bears are entitled to a free kick. A fair kick, signal for, here's the rule. After a final caught, on the next play, you're entitled to a free kick for a field goal. Here's the bird. Watch it. It is good.
No rule in the book has been employed by the Bears. Again, has kicked a 43-yard field goal. Oh, brother. Let me give you this one real straight, because too many people don't understand this rule. But there's a rule in the book that says after a fair catch is called for after a punt, on the ensuing play, a team is entitled to a free kick, either by place kick or by tee-up, or rather by place down, or by drop kick. But what happened there, the Bears called for the right to employ that particular rule. Mac Percival had to be given a 10-yard restraining wall, a free area of 10 yards. Nobody could rush him. The rule calls for the Chicago Bears to be allowed to kick that ball as a free kick. And if that ball went between the goalposts, it was going to be 3 points. And the Bears have made that kick 43 yards, and they lead 13-10 in this game with 23 seconds to go. And I'm telling you, we have had ourselves some football the last couple of weeks in this United States of America. If you're around the Chicago Bears, first of all, we'll kick off now for the Bears. There's a Packer crowd that's absolutely stunned, and I have a feeling about 45,000 people don't understand that rule. Here's the kickoff. It comes down here to Travis Williams at the 5. He's at the 10, the 20, 25. He's met hard by Mike Riley and by Ralph Jurek. And he is hit and knocked down by them and by Freewald at the 27-yard line. 21 seconds to go. 21 seconds showing on the clock. And I'm going to tell you something. If you think this game is going to be talked about for a while, and back goes Starr now. He's going to go for the bomb. He's still dangerous. He throws a sideline pass. It's juggled and then grabbed by Elijah Pitts, who's tackled inbound. Tackled inbound by Doug Buffon, and with 13 seconds to go now at the 29-yard line of Green Bay, the Green Bay Packers on the football, and they grab themselves one of the few remaining timeouts they own. Timeout has been called by the Green Bay Packers, and brother, if the Bears hang on to this football game, I guarantee you, the first one is on me tonight, son. All right. Put out way to the left is James this time. There's Starr looking, and he says, go on upfield, boys. And he hits himself, Boyd Dowler, and the ball is fumbled. However, the play had been whistled dead as the Packers ball at the 37, 38-yard line of Green Bay. Butkus and Buffon tackling the man. The Bears is what was called a prevent defense right now. In other words, prevent against the bomb. 5 seconds to go in this football game. The football game is all over, and the Bears win it. The Bears 13, the Packers 10, in one of the most wild finishes, in one of the most spectacular games. I didn't think anything could top last week, but believe me, for suspense and for absolute startling, shocking, dramatic turn of events, this ball game today has got to go in the books as one of the greatest in this entire series. The final score, the Chicago Bears 13, the Green Bay Packers 10, as they reverse the score of the two teams that they played up here last year at this time. Couple have a recap in just a moment. The final score, the Bears 13, Green Bay 10.